Good evening, y'all. I just had to do it for a second. I just had to do that for a second. Good evening, everyone. Everybody within the sound of my voice. Natasha Carruthers Holder, I see you up here today. Thank you, darling, for coming in. Boss Lady New Jersey, see you're here. LaGale, my moderator and chief operator of this platform. Uh, let's see here. Madisa, thank you. Like I said, I'm up here doing the thing on everybody's talked about it, everybody's got it going on. So I said, hey, why not get an old man's opinion about it? Since I'm the old man here on YouTube and everybody knows this, like I said, hey, Boss Lady New Jersey. Yeah, I know I had y'all dancing there for a few seconds, I but I thought about Will Smith last night, and it's not funny. I want to say it's not funny, but I just want to say from the start, and a lot of people didn't see that. From the start, the Oscar started out to me trampified. Now, I loved when they introduced the three women, the first three women to ever host a Oscar that was done by a black guy and everything else. But the skits and the routines that they did with the women, especially Miss Regina, you know, I uh, I have admiration for her. I love her movies. She's been in a lot of great movies, a lot of great films. So for her to come up there and you know, hey, boss lady, like I said, for her to come up there and these two gentlemen are coming out to present one of the first Oscars, I believe, bending them over, patting and feeling them, touching them between their legs. You know, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to us as black people being respectful with each other, with one another. Uh, Showing that hey, we have decorum. Last night was supposed to be one of the greatest nights in Oscar history. It was done by a black guy. You know, the things that were said, the things that were showed upon. I I don't think so. But let's get to the real point. Let's get to the big point. I want to ask everybody that's up in the chat, up that's listening, even if it's just three people, give me your honest opinion. Number one, do you think that Will Smith had the right to go up there and, as they say, everybody's been saying on YouTube, bitch slap the hell out of Pookie? And we should know who the character Pookie is from and where he's from and everything. Give me a one in the chat if you think that Will had a right to go up there and smack Pookie. Give me a two if you don't think he had a right to smack Pookie. I'm just saying, uh, my first instincts, it was like a dream. When that happened to me, it was like a dream. Um, Chris Rock, he came out and did his little shtick. Yeah. Okay, so far I got him one in the chat. He came out and he started his old comedy routine. That old, you know how it is. He'll sit up there and pick people out in the audience and mess with them. Now, when it went over to Jada, to me, when he went over to Jada, looked at Jada and said what he said, there was another thing that people were talking about. Will was sitting out in the audience laughing and having a good time. But when he looked over at Jada, Jada's eyes rolled back in his head. Now, do you think that Jada triggered Will, or was that a signal to Will to go up there and do something to this nigga? Because if you know the history of Will Smith, Jada Pickett, and uh, the old boy that got slapped. Just go ahead. If you know their history and the things that were done back in the day, even when Jada and Will boycotted the Oscars back then, do you think that Jada said, "Go get this nigga. I'm tired of him"? Man, it says one. Yeah, let me throw this up here to let people know my stuff is working. Hey, Q Squad, how you doing, dear? Q Squad says, yes, I wish it was backstage or at an after party. Well, okay, we're going to talk about that. When should it been or how it should have been? Vanessa says, one. Uh, what I'm saying is, we are all human beings, no matter what. Um, and did that man insult Jada? Was the joke appropriate? I'm going to say it was not appropriate, really, because if Will Smith and Pookie were such close, good friends, then he should know all about Jada's condition, why she was bald headed, and everything else. If you're close friends and somebody happens, comes up and happen to mention something in the family that's going on with your wife or your child or anything, and you're their friend and you're a comedian, you're going to have to think twice about what you do out there in public. So, my conclusion to this and what I'm thinking about is, did Will and oh boy, did they talk about things before they actually went on stage? Or even in rehearsals at that doggone, they have to have rehearsals for the Oscars. That's another thing people are forgetting. They have rehearsals. They say lines. They have things that they're going to do, how they're going to do it. They're not going up there winging it off the cuff. The only thing that's winging off the cuff is what the people that won the Oscars might say, or uh, crazy things that some people do. But all in all, I don't think he should have made that joke about Will Smith's wife. I really don't. Was he right to go up there and slap the hell out of him? Yes. Because let me tell you why, in my opinion. He's a man, okay? He's a man that was ridiculed and ashamed about his wife, and a lot of things came out in the public eye. So what? They stuck together, though, people. Just remember, they stuck together. Um, it doesn't matter if they were swingers or or she was out there giving away the coochie and Will wasn't doing nothing. They still stuck together. And even with all that being said, Will is with her now and she has alopecias. And I've sat here on the chats, I've been to different chats on the air today and last night. And the main thing came out is that her alopecia, and then she might have cancer. No one knows. That's another rumor. That's assuming. Uh, what I'm saying is, if you're a friend of mine, you don't throw my wife under the bus, no matter what, the award or anything. Don't throw my wife under the bus. We done had our differences about us boycotting the show. We done had our differences about you talking about black women. Chris Rock has spoken out against black women in comedy sketches and everything else. There comes a time when people, we have to learn that we don't need to be out there making a damn buffoonery of ourselves. Yes, Kwani, Q Kwani, I agree. As a man, we are supposed to protect our family. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat and say hello to people because as I get my thoughts together, I'm saying Me being a man, a grown man, I had family. I still got family. I'm not married anymore, so everybody knows that. That's a different tale anyway. But what I'm saying is that men, you have to protect your woman. And even if she's in the wrong, you have to protect her. When I mean in the wrong, everybody's now referring back to Jada and Tupac and all that shit. That's in the past. You see how we bring up past shit to try to justify what people are doing now? No, 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 no. Will has been with Jada for I don't forgot how many years. They got two kids together. They done raised their kids. They're at the top. They're still at the top. But his wife now is sick. She has something that a lot of women and men, because we and both sexes can get it, is going through. The conversations that they may have at home at night, you know. Yes, yes, he has, and I agree with that. He does. He has said a lot of hurtful things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm saying. Men, and I might have more women in the chat than I got men, which I don't have that many, which I don't really care. But I do want to say one thing. My opinion as a man, as someone who loves women, someone who looks back on the things that his mother taught him, my cooking, my cleaning, even learning to sew, knit, and all that. My father respected the hell out of my mama. And no man on earth, even in a jokeful way, could say something to her without him getting offended. There's been a lot of times I've seen my daddy actually get up from a table in a restaurant because a man said something inappropriate to her. We were kids then. So be it, as I say, be it what may. Will Smith had every goddamn right to slap the shit out of that man. Yes, he did. And for people to sit up there and ostracize him, for people to get up there and ostracize him, say he's going to lose his Oscar and all that shit. You know what? Another thing that I've heard people say and talk about on these YouTube streets, yeah, it might have been a spur of the moment thing, but in the inner on the end, they're going to come together and kumbaya. You know, they're going to come together and have their little, oh, I'm sorry, because even after Will won the Oscar, the emotions that came out of that grown ass man after slapping another man was still hurt. You know, they could say that he used uh, Serena's and them daddy as a cop out and everything, but it was hurt. It was he was still hurt. Was he hurt because he slapped the shit out of Chris? No, I don't think so. He was hurt that he allowed things to get so far and he's at the pinnacle of his life and he just lost it. Why? Because everybody expected him to be an actor, to take things all the time, joke, joke, joke after joke after joke. But when it comes to your woman, and I think he loves Jada. He does. He really loves Jada. Because to put up with all the scrutiny and bullshit they've been going through in the last year and a half, he's still there, people. Just remember, he's still there. Now, what do I think should be done? As two black men, they should come out in the public and apologize. But don't go on a whirlwind tour. Sit down at Chris's house or sit down at Don't go to that goddamn red table. Please don't go to that red talk table. Please, y'all don't say that. No. Uh, Go somewhere neutral. You know, hell, I even a better suggest. No, I ain't gonna say Oprah. No, I'm not gonna say Oprah. Would I say Tyler Perry Studio? Bingo, bingo. You know why? Because if you remember, there was a joke. They had Tyler Perry up on stage where Regina went and got these men, pull them out the audience. Now, once again, Rita, Regina told Jada, we know that you don't care. And she was asking Will to come up on stage. Nah, 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 nah. And then remember what she said she wanted to do, how she was going to check each man out. Did nobody think about her saying that bull crap? If Will had came up on that stage, you see what I'm saying? Would Jada been justified in coming up there snatching her wig off her head? You see what I'm saying? We got to look at things. We got to look at things, the whole thing. But yes, we're all human. Thank you, Kwani. Thank you. Thank you. Will is human. His wife is a beautiful lady. He loves his wife. Yep. Yep. They will be fine and they need to be a male round table. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all some women a deeper, darker secret. Men can't sit up and discuss with each other. Their egos will get in the way. They'll sit up there and lie instead of telling the damn truth about stuff. You know, I 71 years of living as a man. I had my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Each 10 years of life dealing with men of my age, even of younger age or even older age, was different. You know, I became sick after my maybe 65th year of living on this earth, and my attitude changed toward a lot of things that I was doing and how I did them out there. But even here on these YouTube streets, it's hard for men to come together because it's hard the way that we're functioning as a black. I want to. It's not we're not family, but we're hell. We don't even have. When you think about it, we don't even have a black culture. We don't even have a black culture. We're so divided. Is that we got a black sector, we got a beef sector, we got this sector and that. Why can't we all come together as one and just say, hey, either we're going to be black or we're going to be, and I know that's going way back because, like I told Jay Wilson earlier today, I remember when we were colored first. Well, no, we weren't. Let's take that back. Let's go on back to it. Let's do it right. First, we were niggers. You know, first we were niggers. Then after that, we became colored. Then after that, we were supposed to be black and proud, young, gifted, and black. Then after that, Afro American. Now, what are we? How do we call ourselves? What do we say we are? You know, yes, Regina was foolish last night, also. Absolutely right, Kwani. Um, but what I'm saying is, people, as a culture, as a race of people that has had so many things happen to them in this country. I'm not talking about countries outward. I'm not talking about worldwide. I'm not talking about Hades, Caribbeans, South America, Africa. what's happened to black people in this country as a culture, even when they wrote, and people made some good points on here, and I'm trying to reflect back on what some people said about the writing of the Constitution. It wasn't written for black people. And then they want to throw in, well, it wasn't written for poor white people either, which be it so it may. It was written because of the rich landowners and stuff. Brown people, yes, we were brown people, honey. You're right. But what I'm saying is, we are a cornucopia of our slave trading back then in the world. You know, yes, the white man took our women, our black women, degraded us. Yes, they degraded black men back then. And when you think about it, the different tribes from Africa, they had their own war going within themselves. You had the Watusis, you had the Pygmies, you had the Zulus, and they were fighting amongst themselves over there. So yes, we're in survival mode. I totally agree with you on that, Kwani. Looking out for ourselves only. I totally agree with that. But looking out for ourselves, we have to realize that, hey, we're a mixture of everything. Now, what I could have done they might say I'm an old black man, but as a young black man, I could have petitioned the courts and went up there and had them change my birth certificate. Because on my birth certificate, my father is a Jamaican citizen. He was a Jamaican. Even though he lived here in this country, went to war for them, is a merchant marine, you know, got his citizenship. He was still a Jamaican man when I was born. So, what makes me a black or Afro American child or a black child and my father's Jamaican? See what I'm saying? This country has always separated us, divided us, and made us seem unequal. And when it comes to the women of this country, our women were really, really raped, pondered, talked about, made fun of, and I think where it broke down at the slave master's quarters at his house in the big house. That's where it broke down at because the women were forced to work in there. Some men were forced to work in there too. And all the people, butlers and servants and stuff that worked in those houses, they were not dark skinned people, all of them. They were light, brown skinned, you know, fair haired. Because when the guests of the white people came to their house, they couldn't afford to have the Negro, which I'm going to say Negro because we all know what they called us back then, in their house sitting amongst white people. So they took the fairest of the fair, the ones that their own children that they raised as their children, put them in the house to work. So, like I said, Will, I applaud you. I care about you. And what you did last night, I'm gonna say you did what you had to do. You did what you had to do. As an old black man, I'm proud of you, Will Smith. So don't despair. There are people that care about you. That there are people that Glad to see that you're on top, that you're on top. And I'll never sit around and make it as though you are such a villain. Oh, no, no, I'm back. I think I'm back. I'm hoping I'm back. My goodness. Let me see here. I see two comments up here. Let me see if I can get them up. Hello there, on site April. I know I went off. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. What I was trying to do, I know what I need to do. Hold on. I'm copying my StreamYard thing to the clipboard. I'm learning slowly but surely. Okay, I'm copying this to the StreamYard. Yeah, thank you, boss lady. Thank you, thank you, boss lady. Heck, boy, I'm so mad with myself right now. Uh, I think I got it. I think I got it, people. I think I got it. Yeah, I just threw up. I think I got it. There's my StreamYard. There's my StreamYard. If you want to come up as a guest, I will come up and listen to you. I know my chat. It went off for a second. That's because I'm learning as I go, and a lot of this stuff, I I'm. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Thank you, Gail. Doctor on site, April. How you doing? How you doing, dear? Uh, boss lady again. Yeah, I'm always going to try to stand up for masculinity. I'm not going to be beating around the bush and saying that I don't care about protecting women and doing stuff. So, like I said, I've dropped the StreamYard, and if you want to come up, you can come up, and I'll try to get you up here for your opinion as a woman, or even some guys if they're back there listening. But like I said, you're in. Oh yeah, okay, babe, you're right. Let me get up here. Let me get you. Let me get you, boss lady. Hello. Well, I'm just gonna do it.
Oh, hey, William.
Yes, boss lady.
You did it.
I did it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Whoopty doopty doo.
Hey.
Yes, I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, well, good. I'm
Why?
glad you went live because you saving me a video.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Um, no, seriously. Um, at the end of the day, right,
Uh huh.
we don't know what this man, what his thought process was.
Right.
When it comes to a man and his wife, that's his duty to defend his wife. Who cares if it was the Oscars? It could have been the damn grocery store. At the end of the day, he did what he felt was necessary for him to do.
Yes. Yes.
He thought about it. He had plenty of time. He knew what he was going to do when he took about 13 steps up to that stage. He knew what he was going to do when he did it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said in my video, what was Chris Rock going to think that he was coming up there to shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
Like seriously,
No, I, and like I said before, we as black people, we got to quit dividing ourselves when it comes to men trying to be men when it comes to women, no matter what. Yeah, he could be in the wrong. Did he go to jail for it? No. Did he slap a man? Yeah. And has the white man came out there and prosecute or decided to hit Will with charges yet? No. So
people
what is there to really get upset about?
people like, oh my God, it was at the Oscars. Who
Well,
cares? Who cares if it was at the Oscars?
the Oscars has always been and will forever be ran by the establishment in Hollywood.
I didn't see no security coming.
Well, think about it. Think about it. If that had been a white comedian up there and Will had walked up there on him and slapped the shit out of him, do you think he'd have went to jail?
Probably so.
Okay. Okay.
Probably so. Child and
Mm-hmm.
security would have automatically disappeared out of the clear blue.
Right. Right.
The man, like I said, what if the shoe was on the other foot and Will was up there clowning his wife? Just singled him. I mean, out of all them people, you just gonna single her out.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah. And then we do things like we'll sit back and we pick out the little bitty things like all of a sudden Jada looked over at Will because he was laughing at what he said and gave him the side eye or like go sick him. You know, I don't believe that happened. I mean, people read in stuff that they want to read into it,
And
but
and he also could have been thinking, uh-huh, motherfucker, say
I
one
got you.
more word, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
come up there and smack the shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
people grin and be ready to knock you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can't go by, oh, he was grinning and because he was clowning his wife. We don't know what that grin was for.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
I know people that cry before they beat your ass.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
See,
we
I
can't
had
go
an
by
uncle.
that.
Yeah, I had an uncle got into a fight, and back then I was a little bitty tyke. I remember because I was like 7 years old. My mom and them had to run in the house and tell me he was out there fighting with this dude. And men back then carried razors. They carried razors,
Hmm.
and this man thought he knew karate or whatever. And they got to fighting in the pool hall. They came and got my mama. My uncle was laughing as he was cutting this man with this razor. So people do react certain ways before they act upon doing things to other people. You know,
Child, when I listen to that stuff, child, it reminds me of Maury Povich. Look at his ears, look at his nose. Find out he ain't even a damn baby
it ain't.
father. So
So, and that's another thing. I used to look at the shows like that and say, well, why do we go on there and degrade ourselves? And it's usually if the whole Maury show, all his guests, majority of the guests are black women. Now they have white, they have Hispanic, they have all, but a majority of those is that my baby's daddy type
mhm.
show. It was with black women. That's another thing.
I'm sorry,
For the
that's
for that's all right, that baby. I hear the baby. For the love of money. You see what I'm saying? For the love of money, we will sell our souls. And like we said earlier about Regina Hall, she went up there and felt on them damn men. Now, if it had been a man doing that to a woman, then what would have been said? Let's throw things in reverse.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sexually
Sexually harassing me.
mm-hmm.
Hmm. Women, I believe in women's empowerment, but you don't have to lower your standards. And let's face it, I'm going to talk about this too with guys. They're going to nail my ass to the cross on this. You don't have to be a dog like a man. There you go, baby. You barked right on time. You don't have to be a dog like a man. Think about it. Think about it.
We're not
What
gonna see. We're not gonna start perpetuating that masculine men shouldn't defend their women.
they're women. They should
No,
always defend them.
exactly.
They should always defend them, even if they're in the wrong. And when I mean if they're in the wrong, okay, we'll go home and talk about this. But let me take care of this right now. But we're gonna talk about it. Say, for instance, your woman is went out to a club to go have a nice time. Some man comes up there and grabs her on her ass. So she'll come home, baby, come home early. You say, what's wrong? This so and so grabbed me on my ass and I just came on home. Now, what would be the proper thing for me to do? Lay my ass up on the couch and say, well, you shouldn't have took your ass over there. Or get up, go over to that club and confront this man that just grabbed my woman on the ass. Now I know what everybody gonna say. Well, you got time to think. You got time to do this. You got time to do that. Oh no! At that spur of the moment, for me, oh no, 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 no. When you do it to mine, I'm coming for you. I don't give a damn if I have to drive 5 blocks to the club. I'm coming for that man, and I'm gonna look for him in that club.
Look, I always say it's consequences, repercussions before the ramification.
Right.
Okay, so everybody keeps saying, "Oh well, he was this and he was that." It doesn't even matter. He did what he felt was necessary for him to do at that time.
At that time. Right. Will I have time to think going to the club looking for this dude that felt on my wife's ass? Yeah, I would have time to think. But the more I think about it, the madder I get. Because why can't a woman go out and be herself without these little no good ass suckers disrespecting them?
Hmm.
See, why can't a woman go to a bar, sit up, even if you buy her a drink, doesn't mean she wants to go to bed with you. Or
Exactly. So you're saying some people, if a woman wears a short skirt, does that mean it's all right for a man to touch and feel on her?
oh hell
No,
no, no,
no.
it's not. It's not right. And then
And
wearing that short skirt doesn't make her a whore either. You see what I'm
exactly.
saying? Because, like I said, we've been perpetrated by Hollywood media. Hollywood media has caused us to look at ourselves in a different way, in a different form, and a different lifestyle.
Exactly.
Gangster movies, uh, movies about drugs, movies with even with women that wanted to be somebody. They had to go through a whole lot of changes. You know,
Right. And then people saying, "Oh well, it was only a joke." Okay,
yeah.
well, what if and let's just say what if, because this is what we've been hearing now. What if who this, that, and the third? Okay, it could have been a heavy set lady sitting up there. And
Hmm.
because he wanted to quote unquote joke, doesn't mean that the lady would have felt some type of way. It's
Right.
a time and place for everything. So I don't think that that was appropriate. And him getting the shit smacked out of him, it was like, oh well,
Should have kept your mouth shut.
that's right.
Should have kept
This
your
ain't
mouth
the
shut.
this ain't
Move
the
on with the show.
Shaquille this ain't the Shaquille O'Neal comedian club or whatever the heck the name of it is.
Oh, Shaq.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and if it's supposed to be such a prestigious honor or a good show, why do we have all that uckery that goes on in the show? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, I'm proud of Will being a man, and I'm proud that he won that Oscar because that movie, King Richard. it touched the hearts and souls of a lot of people. And it showed the bullshit that their dad had to go through in order for them to be where they are today. And yeah, I know what they're going to say. Well, in the movie, did he get up and cower? What he did, he cowered and got his ass whooped in the park. Oh, but when he got enough, what did that man do? Think about it. In the movie, he went back to kill that young man. But what
Yeah,
happened just so happened, somebody else popped his ass. You see what I'm saying? So maybe that was a precursor to saying, well,
karma.
yeah, karma. That's karma. But some people can say he God saved him because he sure had that gun. He was a security guard. He had a gun. He was licensed. So you
We just
know,
gotta let these. We just gotta let men be men. You know, we just gotta let them be who they are. Two men can work it out. Okay.
okay.
And
I'm just saying. I wasn't looking at my chat. I was doing something else. If you're in the back, just come on back. I'll get back to you again. Just come on to the back. I seen Gail was in the back. She wanted to come up. I didn't see her until the last second there. But anybody that wants to come up and voice their opinion about the smack heard around the world, you're welcome to. I've learned how to do this slowly but surely, but like I
we
said,
we live in a world of technology, right?
you're right.
And everybody's on their cell phones. So what would have been the difference between him getting smacked on stage or in the back at the party?
Hello, how are you all?
Hey Gail, how you
Hey,
doing?
Gail, how you doing, dear?
All right.
So I don't see what the difference would have been with him getting smacked on stage or in the back. A smack is what he got.
Right, right. So be it if he after he won his award and went back there and found him and slapped the shit out of
Okay, okay, that's what I'm saying.
him. Hmm.
well, my well, my opinion is I feel like he had the right to slap him down like he did because first of all, had he not done it, what would the consequences have been between him and his wife? Because first of all, she would have felt like, well, okay, you just sit here and let this man disrespect me, and you didn't do anything. You just sat there. So I feel like we'll have the right to, go ahead and take care of what needs to be taken care of right then and there, and not waiting and all of that.
I totally agree with you. At the end of the day, yeah, they might be celebrities and this, that, and the third, but we don't know how they was raised and what their background is. Jada always been outspoken and you know say what's on her mind, and just because she a celebrity don't make it no different. And when
Right.
two people are in a relationship, they do have some type of signals. Who
Hmm.
maybe
Hmm.
she let's just say she did give him the signal.
Right.
At the end of the day, he knew what the signal was and he didn't hesitate to do what he did.
Right.
And I ain't mad at him.
No, and it's not the idea that he was signaled into going in and slapping that man, but it's just the idea he went on ahead and carried out what he felt he
That's
had to
right.
do.
That's exactly right.
Because I feel like had he sat there and not did anything, she would have been upset.
Child,
Right.
she would have been eye screwing him like, really? You ain't defend me?
And then that ride home wasn't gonna be good. Because then she would have felt like he allowed another man to disrespect him
Yeah.
or disrespect her.
Right. Right. But here's another thing I look at too. If I am a man, what is the definition of a man? See what I'm
Protector.
saying? Hmm.
Yep. To be a protector,
Hmm.
to cherish the woman that he's with.
Hmm.
And then
So
I couldn't believe that people even brought up their relationship. What does one thing have to do with the other?
Well, it's like this, dear. People want something to give an excuse for what they really feel about relationships. And that's going to be another topic I'm going to go into here maybe in about next month, but I'm going to start doing things differently. One night I might do music. The other night I might get up here. Now I'm learning this the operetta, but I got to get me a banner though. You see what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
gotta get me a banner.
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to throw that banner up before I bring them up. See? So anyway, I'm gonna do.
You can get one, William, off of Google. You could
Yeah,
just drag it.
I'm learning as this is a slow process for me. Hey, I'm an old man. Let's face it.
Oh, here you go with the
Yeah.
excuses.
Uh, yep, I don't know. I'm an old man. And I was on Jay Wilson's panel this morning, and I want to thank everybody listening. Me and Jay Wilson went at it. But you know what? I appreciate him allowing me up there and saying the things that I said, like saying now. I still feel that Will had the right to slap the shit out the man. Okay? So that's that.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
seen that, but I'm gonna have to say I totally agree with what you were saying.
hmm.
Um, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, and then other people got brought up in it with the
Yeah,
Diaz
yeah.
situation, and even with that, everything has consequences.
We know everything has
When you right,
consequences,
so when
right?
you if I get up and I decide, you know what, you coming at me, and I decide to smack you, I know what's gonna happen next. I know what's gonna
Hmm.
happen next. There's only two things. One, I'm gonna get locked up, or I better have my money, my bail money to the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? So when sometimes when things happen at the spare of the moment, some people don't think. But I
No, they
think
don't.
before I do shit.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm a Taurus, and a hell no, I don't think. I'm bullheaded. I'm stubborn, and I see red. I do. I actually see red. So, yeah, I admitted on Jay Wilson. I got arrested for fighting, busting the motherfucker upside his head for disrespecting my wife at the time. Yes, so what? Be it. Oh, then I became privileged because I had the money to get out on bail.
But see, that's the key word. Your wife.
Right.
See, that's the thing. It was your wife. That was you did what you were supposed to do, or what you felt like you should have done at that time.
Hmm.
So I mean, it is what it is.
Yes, Sheba. Yes, Sheba. Chris Rock knew he was out of line. And that's what I'm saying. This man knew he was out of line. So, what kind of repercussions was he? Was he expecting everybody in the audience to give him a standing ovation and a pat on the back? I don't think so. And,
Honestly, I thought that joke just came from out of nowhere. I don't think the joke was planned. I think he just because if you really think about it, Demi Moore and Jada kind of resembled each other if you really think about it when it
well,
comes
see,
to that
that's what
haircut.
that. Yeah, the
So
haircut and all that is
so he
similar.
singled her out. He was like, "Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm about to do a joke on her."
yeah, but that's not the first time that he has joked about them as a person. He joked about Jada before, and then he joked about Will and Jada as a couple. You know, yeah, their life is out there, but here's what I'm saying: my wife is ill. You, my friend, and I guarantee you that nigga knew about her being with that alopecia, why her hair was short as it was, and everything else.
Yeah,
Now, what they need to do, since you want to compare her to Demi Moore and G.I. Jane,
yeah.
why not make a G.I. Jane too and put her in the movie?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Jada, put her in the
Put
Thank
movie.
you.
Jada in the movie.
Put
Give
it
her
in the
20, give her 20, $30 million to do that movie. You know, there's nothing wrong with being bald headed, clean shaven as a woman. African women shave their heads. And they're some of the beautifulest black women you can see on this planet.
Sanaa
But
Lathan. She balded her head.
right, right. So what I'm saying is, people instead of us, tearing each other down. Let's build each other up. Even in sickness and in health, better or for worse, you're supposed to protect that woman. Guys,
That's
you're
all what it's
supposed to
really about. If we think
right.
that it's all, that's all it's really about. He did.
Yes.
He, he was supposed to do.
Okay, TC. Hey, TC. TC says she's coming up, dear.
And then what about why didn't he why didn't okay, so Chris Rock just stood there and just let him slap him.
You know what? That's another thing too. Me being a man, I know this. I done say something about this man's woman. He walking up stage. This isn't planned or anything. He's not going to come up here. We're not presenting him right now. Maybe I need to go to the back right quick. Say maybe I
Or
need to
maybe
back
I
up.
need to step
Mhm.
back.
Yeah, maybe he should have
Hmm.
backed up. Maybe he should have threw his fist up. He did nothing. He
No.
looked real. He looked real crazy.
Uh-huh.
And then, in fact, he leaned in toward him. It's like, okay, so you go sit up here and talk about this man's wife and all this stuff, and yet you go come toward him. I mean, come on now, you supposed to get it.
Right.
I think that when we heard that big bang, because remember he had the microphone on his jacket, and Chris was laughing around the same time. Will popped him. That shit sounded off. I was like,
It did.
I
It
was like,
did.
the heck?
Okay. She was saying
Hey,
Susan O.
TC.
Hi, JC, sweetheart. How you doing,
I
dear?
can see.
Hey, Mr. William. Hey, boss lady. Hey, Miss Gail.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello to the chat. I'm doing well. I just wanted to know if I could just chime in for a couple of seconds. I totally agree with everybody, what everyone is saying. Chris Rock deserved it. Um, Here's what has to happen. A lot of times, I think comedians are taking things way too far. Well, they got their wake up call last night.
Agreed.
If they didn't think about it before, I hope they'll
Hmm.
think about it before they do it. Now, I've been to a couple of comedy shows. I'm really not into comedy,
Hmm.
but I do like certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
Richard Pryor. That's who I liked. But these folks are out of order. And it's about a man's wife. See, in other countries, he would have been killed to talk on or even to talk to another man's wife.
Facts.
You see?
Hmm.
Folks
Okay.
take it too far here in the United States. They get these rights, RITES and RIGHTS, all twisted. They get it. They need to go back. That's the reason why we're learning so much now. A lot of things are not going to be handled. A lot of things are not going to be tolerated anymore. And a lot of folks are going to start learning, wow, I can't say that. Oh, I can't do that. Or I'm going to have to look at if I do this or if I say this, I'm going to have to think about it because there are consequences.
There's consequences to everything we do in life.
Okay. And that's what grown folks see. Grown folks, everybody says I'm grown. Okay, but I can say whatever I want to say. You certainly can, but there are consequences for whatever we do and for whatever we say in this world and in this lifetime. There will always be consequences. You try to set yourself up for the good karma, even when
Mhm.
you make a mistake. Be
Yeah.
man or woman enough to say, you know what? I was out of line and I was out of order, and that was inappropriate.
That was
I
very
apologize,
inappropriate.
and I hope one day we can reconcile our differences.
Mhm.
Hmm. And you know
Yes.
what? A lot of people don't know so, but there are a whole lot of people that do know my introduction on YouTube. So
Dig it.
I made the
I have to
mis-
go, y'all.
Okay, dear.
Okay,
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 thank
you
you.
have
but
a good
thank you,
day.
thank you for coming up, TC. Hey, I'll be looking for you on a music night.
You got it. You got it. Thank you, Miss Gail. Thank you, boss lady.
No problem.
Okay.
You
All
have a good
right.
one.
Have a good one, dear. Thank you. Do you want me to kick you out, TC, or? Can okay, she's
She's
gone.
already out.
Yeah, she's already out. My stuff is slow right now for some reason. It's delayed. I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, everybody knows how I got introduced on YouTube. I made the mistake of, and that's another thing, boss lady, we can always talk about following the leaders type shit. You
Oh
know what I'm
yes.
saying?
Oh
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? I went up on YouTube, came up on YouTube, and I'm in the chat. I'm feeling my oats, and I'm drinking my VSOP. And so anyway, it went. I called this woman, said something to her about her I shouldn't have had said. Okay. And I sat back and I thought to myself, it didn't take me long to start thinking. The next night, I was up there apologizing to that woman because number one, I had no right to insult her like that. I didn't have the right to call her the name that I called her. And would I wanted somebody to do my daughter like that? No. Would I want somebody to do my wife like that? No. Would I want somebody to do my significant other like that as a female? No. As a female, as a man, you do not have the right, number one, to even put your hands on your woman. And number two, talk to her in a degrading way. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Hmm. Because
excuse me.
people were saying, oh well, he might lose this endorsements. He might not want people to work with him.
Mm hmm. Mm hmm.
At that time, he didn't give a daggone.
Right. He didn't. He did. All he wanted to do was go up there and make an
Knock his
example.
head off.
Make an example. Hey, no, no, this is my woman. You ain't no. I'm
Mm-mm.
tired of you. I've been dealing with your ass since what 2000, what 19, back way back in the day. And we're supposed to be friends. That's another thing. How
And it's
many of
not
us
that,
have them?
and it's
Mm-mm.
that's right. And it's not that anyone, not no one on this panel, in the chat, there's no one condoning violence.
No, no,
But sometimes you get it where you get it.
yeah. But I'm not gonna say I condone violence, but I don't believe in that old cliche turn the other cheek. Because if you
Mm-mm.
slap me on one side, goddamn, that's hurting already. Then you gonna turn the other cheek for you to slap me again? I don't think so. I don't
That's
But
think
right.
so.
I mean, also I can look at. I mean, we can look at it as what if that this situation had been a woman comedian saying something to another woman's husband?
If
You know, we would do this? That woman would do the same thing.
I don't know.
okay, Sheba Pisces love Sheba Pisces said in the chat, and the answer to that question, I think Jada would have stepped to her.
Yeah, she would have stepped to her.
I think she would have stepped to her. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah. And especially when it came up to becking Will to come up on stage, you know,
Yeah,
she just told everybody in the world that Jada don't give a shit if Will come up there and do something with her.
basically, she disrespected her. So
Yeah,
now this woman gonna have to show you, yeah, oh yeah, believe it or not, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna do something.
well, like I said, putting we like you can always go back and say let's reverse the situation. What had been a woman doing that to a woman's husband, you know, with that woman go up there and slap the hell out that woman, you know,
Yes,
disrespecting her man.
I would.
Well, see,
what would have really been the difference if they would have sat in their seats and yelled up towards
keep
the
yeah,
stage?
yeah, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. That's exactly what he said.
Hmm.
You know, that's exactly what he said.
And that's after the smack.
You're right.
And he turned his back. He turned his back, and Chris still did nothing.
Walking off because
See,
he
see,
walked off.
Chris in his mind is he's like, I'm at the Oscars. Well, Will was like, fuck that shit. I don't give a daggone where I'm at. Don't disrespect my wife.
Hmm.
And see, that's the mindset he was in.
And you know something? Everybody's making a big whoop to do, even including me. But all in all, I think Chris Rock and Will Smith are gonna team together, and
They're gonna work it out because
they're
they
gonna
men.
work it out. Right?
They
It's
men.
real men. They're gonna work it out. And number two, somebody's gonna come up with the bright idea. Hey, let's make a movie with them together. You see what I'm saying? We won't base it on the Oscars or anything, but we're gonna base it to where one man is he's in love with his wife, and the other man is trying to be with his wife or insult his wife or whatever. Any kind of way, they're gonna make a movie together. It's gonna make millions of bucks because everybody want to see how they gonna co-act together on screen now. You
Let me
know,
tell you something. When it comes to real men can fight, knock down, drag out, and still shake hands.
right, right. And I've been in many of them too. I'm not ashamed to say that. I've been many of them. Got my ass whipped in some of them, but we
That's
always
why I
shook.
said,
Yeah,
let
we
these
always
men
shook
be
hands.
men.
Yeah, we shook hands. We seen each other out. We bought each other drinks, and we thought about the shit we fought over. And when you think of it, it wasn't shit. And
I mean,
believe it, ladies, 9 times out of 10, when men get into a fight, it's usually about another woman, and
okay.
we don't even have to be with them.
I
We,
mean,
it's just that caveman instinct in us. You know, my woman, me woman, and you don't know shit about the fight. All you know, we got into a fight. See what I'm
look,
saying?
we talking about a slap. Now, had Will had punched him, his jaw probably be broke. See, he probably thought of all of this stuff out. The few minutes he was sitting in the chair. Listen, he disrespect my wife, and I'ma smack the shit out of him. Not punch him, because had he had punched him again, his jaw probably would have been crooked.
Right.
But
Hey,
he got
watermelon
smacked.
sugar, how you doing, dear?
He got smacked, and between two men, they can work it out.
Right. They'll always work things out. You know, men, we do that. We argue, we talk shit, we fight. But if we're really men about things, we can work things out. You know, I'm
William,
not gonna. Yes.
what about back in the day, right? Remember when everybody when all the men used to sit around and shoot the dozens and be talking about each other, mama, and then
Yeah, but that's
there's
one thing,
always
boss
somebody
lady.
that gets serious.
Yeah, but see, that's when I walk off because boss lady, I'm like this. I'm not talking about my mama. I'm not
I
talking
don't
about
like them.
your
I don't
mama.
like that.
I
I
mean,
don't like them.
playing the dozens is one thing, but when you get into family matters and stuff like we're talking about the women in the family, the mothers, the sisters, and all that, no, let's talk. Hey, talk about my nephew. He a crazy
That's why
motherfucker like me. You know,
that's why it
leave.
used to get
Let's leave.
serious.
Let's leave our women out of it. Let's leave our women out of it.
That's why the dozens was never good when it came to the men. Because soon as the mama jokes came into play, they got serious.
Hmm.
They got serious. I mean, you could talk about their auntie, you could even talk about their uncle, but mention their mama, and it's gonna be a fight
Uh,
all the time.
yeah. Catherine Powell says the Oscar committee is meeting right now to decide if they should take Will's Oscar back.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Here we go. Mm, mm, mm.
Well, you know what? If he does get the Oscar taken away, it still was worth it.
Yeah, if he gets his Oscar taken away, they should never mention anything about him winning the Oscar and them taking it back, period.
Hmm.
Who are they going to give it to anyway? Who are they going to give that Oscar to?
Well, it was the other. Well, wasn't it the man and his wife was up for an Oscar? It was
Okay,
between them two. What was his
so
name
what?
again?
I don't remember the guy's
Wait,
name. I didn't. I
hold
didn't
on.
do. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do my homework. Homework,
Hold on.
because
I got it written down. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you in a minute because I mean those was the next two that was in line to get it. Because remember, Chris Rock was joking about that before he got smacked.
Right.
Um, what's that man name? His name is wait a minute. Wait, here we go. Harvey L. Beldam.
Beldam, Harvey
Yeah,
Beldam.
it was between him and his wife. Because
Okay.
remember when he was joking with him, he was like, well, if his wife is nominated and loses, them two was gonna be arguing between each other.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
let's go. So let's pray that Will get it. Remember when he said
Hmm.
that?
Yeah, let's pray. Yeah.
And then that's when everybody started laughing. And then Will was laughing too. But
Yeah.
then when the other joke came up about his wife, the laugh turned into a grin. And then it was like, mention my wife again, and I'm in his brain.
In his
I'm gonna smack the
brain.
shit out of you. And
Yeah.
he did what he was thinking. He didn't hesitate.
Well,
What about
how
William
can
when he
they?
fixed his jacket? Like, how did
But
William?
here's my point. You done gave this man the award in front of the whole world. You stood up and applauded him. He gave a speech. You stood up and applauded him. Now, what, less than 24 hours later, or it's close to 24 hours now, less than 24 hours later, you're sitting there wondering, should he walk over back over there to the Academy and give you the Oscar back?
That's gonna be a lot of controversy. Number one,
Oh,
because
man.
remember when he was trying to boycott the Oscars, people gonna start bringing that up. And I mean, the Oscars do say, and I took a screenshot because it was on Twitter. I'm
Hmm.
gonna tell you what it said too, because they did say that they do not condone violence, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it said.
That
It's
they don't
it's
condone violence at the Oscars, or
at the at any Academy Award. It says the Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight we are
hmm
delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition for their peers and movie lovers around the world.
hmm
So they tweeted that on Twitter on the 28th. They tweeted
okay.
that today.
Oh, okay. That was just today.
Yep.
Well, all of a sudden now they don't condone what Will did, which was a simple slap in the face. Hello, Miguel. Glad you're back.
But then
Uh,
if you don't condone it, we're still with that type of event, and you know you're gonna have people up there joking, and you don't know which way it's gonna go. Wouldn't you think they would have security?
there was security there. There was
Where?
security in the
Where?
back. In the back. They were in the
Well,
back, probably in the back drinking coffee. You know.
Hey, eating donuts.
Yeah. You
well,
know.
I didn't see nobody walk over to Will's seat and escort him to the back.
No, because the show must go on.
Right, but they could have tapped him on the shoulder, whispered in his ear, and said, "Come with me."
Hmm.
So
But
that way they don't know what was going to happen afterwards.
right. But what I'm saying is, yeah, they could have done all that. They didn't do it. So why us? Just why worry about it? If the Academy's not worried about it, why should we sit up and say, well, they should have done, they should have went and got him, threw him in handcuffs, take him,
Right.
escort him off the premises? They didn't do that. Why? Because number one, it was already the lowest rated Oscar it has been this year since they've been out, one of the lowest rated. So they figured, well, everybody ain't gonna see it, but in rerun form, a lot of
They
people
go
will go
see
back, go see it. They'll
Well,
go back and
honey,
look at it.
they son tweeted also, child. I was gonna make my video day, but I'm here. His son Jaden tweeted, "This is how we do this." So his son is bigging up his father, and they getting tired of him too because he going off. So his son is proud of his dad right now for sticking up for his mother. So I was like, And then I went on Instagram last night And I went on Will's Instagram page, and you got him and Jada making these mean faces while they taking a picture. I was like, oops.
In other words, they're mean mugging.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
they was
me, mug.
exactly. They was mean. Oh, let me show you this picture. Even though I ain't dressed, y'all. So don't be trying to screenshot me. I want to show y'all this picture because I took a picture of it. I took a picture of it. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. I was like, what? Hold on, let me find the picture. Hold on. Child, I was like, what? Let me go over here and be nosy. Okay, here we go right here. Okay. Hold on. Tell me if you can see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dear. Look at Will's face.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, they looking like, yeah, now try it again.
Try it again. And Will look like he ain't had no teeth in his mouth. Somebody will probably do it.
I was like, and then they also said that Sharon somebody that was that have something to do with the Oscars. They also said that they pulled Chris Brown Chris Rock in the back.
In the back and slammed him up against the wall.
Child, I was trying to look for that tweet on. I was trying to look for that. I was trying to look for that on Instagram and I couldn't find it. Child, I was all on Instagram last night. I was like, yo, he got over millions of yo, it went viral.
Yeah,
and Will got a lot of support from the celebrities.
He got a lot of support, but then he also got the negative support from some of. I'm an NFL fan, so I'm just in here looking. Charles Woodson said, "Ain't no way that was real." Then the Chandler Jones, football NFL player, tell me that was fake. At the time, the moment that it happened, the time that it happened, did nobody believe it happened?
No, when I heard that thing, when I heard that sound, I knew it was real. I was like, that's real.
Okay, Antonio Gibson about to get sent back to Bel Air. Yep. Chandler Jones got a one little fight and we all got scared. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's another thing. The new Bel Air. I want to talk about it so bad.
I haven't seen it. You should do a review.
Honey.
Oh, it's good. It is so good.
Let me put it this way. Remember what I said about us being switched around and put in a light that we don't need to be in all the time?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Carlton? I just want to, well, I'm not even going to use Carlton because everybody knows that seen Bel Air knows what they got Carlton doing in the series. The butler.
Well, what is he doing?
Snorting cocaine. He's a cokehead.
In the new one?
In the new one.
Yep. In the new
one. What's this one? Which
it's Peacock.
Peacock? What's that?
Yeah, the Peacock Network.
Peacock Network.
It's an app. Remember I told you I got all the maps and stuff and I go in and watch the old movies and stuff. It's on the Peacock Network.
And how many series is it?
So far it's 9.
And season
one so far has 9.
Which one you on?
I was at 8. I'm going to do 9 tonight. I'm going to look at it.
And I'm on 9. So
okay. So you're ahead.
Gosh. Well, you got to start us with you got to start off with number 1.
Okay, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get all the material. I'm gonna look at it real good, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this because this is complete opposite of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air that I'm used to seeing on television growing up. Okay. They got us in conflicts
Mm-mm-mm. You know they got
that
to put you in a bad light.
yeah, and little Ashley,
Hmm.
little Ashley, she's bi. She doesn't know if she likes guys or girls.
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to say this. Lately, everything is turning gay.
Well, not me, sugar.
I
Not
mean, but
me.
if you notice that, like now,
Right, but
remember back
yeah,
in the day, they didn't really show all of that.
no, they didn't. They didn't. But that's what freedom brings us in this world. Freedom brings us out into the light. And I don't, I'm not knocking it, but at times I don't want it pushed down my throat,
Child,
you
it's
know.
on My Little Pony too.
Mm-mm. No.
It's a rainbow one now.
Oh no.
Well, I mean
I
that
mean, they
that
catering to everybody. Okay, yes, they catering to everything, but the stuff that we normally wouldn't see with the, with the little acts and stuff on television,
right,
it's becoming the norm.
right. Well,
So that's
that's
all
the
I'm saying.
norm. That's the norm. Even with commercials, it doesn't have to be with a TV show. They got a commercial out now. Ladies, I'm sorry for saying this, but they show a woman having her period on TV.
What?
Seriously, yes.
Yep.
She has her underwear on and it's bloody. She gets out of bed, her bed is bloody. You see what
They
I'm
going
saying?
too far.
Well, see, but that's the kind of shit that I don't know. That's the kind of shit that they're doing.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
like,
the
really, who wants to see all of that?
well,
I mean,
not
we know
I.
it's natural, we know it's
Right,
normal,
right.
but everything ain't for everything.
No, it's not. Everything ain't for
Everything is not for
everybody.
TV.
Yeah, everything is not for everybody either because a child doesn't
Need to know
accidentally,
that.
even if your child gets up out of bed at night, come in the living room, you're watching that TV, they got their commercial on. And they ask you, Mommy, what's wrong with her? Okay.
Now
Now
you
we
It,
gotta
got
have that
now
conversation.
you got to explain what that
Now
is
you
at
gotta
5 years
explain
old.
that.
mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm,
When
mm-hmm,
you really wait to have that talk at an appropriate age, but because it's in front of them, now you got to start explaining stuff early these days.
okay. Sheba says it's the agenda they're pushing, but
It
I, I,
is.
I don't think it's an agenda. I, I,
Yeah. Well, I
I'm not
mean,
going to call it an agenda. I'm just going to call
it
it.
agenda's not a bad word, William.
Well, it makes it like you're trying to pour something down my throat. I don't know. I've always been, like I said, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. But the stuff that I have seen on TV coming up when I was younger, in my middle age, and even at my old age, is entirely different than it was now, than it is now. We
Yeah, I
didn't
mean, yeah,
the people used to have they had series on TVs. You never did see the mom and the daddy sleeping in bed. Now you see them sleeping in bed and hunching up under the covers. They
right. Because
sitting there.
yeah,
Oh,
when we grew up, Archie Bunker and them was sleeping in separate beds.
mm-hmm.
So
You know, you got to
again,
see
it's how everybody was brought up. Everybody is brought up differently.
differently,
Everybody
and
raised their kids differently. So when
right.
she says pushing the agenda, it's that things that happened 10 and 20 years ago is much,
Wouldn't
much
even much bought out now than it is
right,
before.
right.
And it's I don't want pushing is the wrong word for me. Let's just say communism. If we mention the word communism, what do we think about? Say,
That word sound even worse.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was done.
Well, I'm just trying to speak upon things that how people would say something and it completely turns around. Uh, One thing for certain and two things for sure. Our this not this younger when I say younger generation, between the ages of 1 through 9, they're going to think completely different about things, about how they view. They got their opinion. They got shit. Even what they start them out at 3 and 4 years old on the little iPhone, iPads,
No,
and
I've seen some younger than that. 1 years old. I've seen some younger than that.
I mean,
Got cell phones, and I mean, and tablets and all this stuff. So they've started even younger,
yeah.
younger than that.
Uh,
hell, we
I,
done
I,
came from listening to LL Cool J singing "Rock the Bells" to sipping on Sarah.
yeah, yeah. Um, I got something here. It says this is why I don't want to get in the. I'm not going to go into the politics of it all. I'm I got to think. I'm learning that they hold stuff for review. If you want to pop it up there, you can. But
Yeah, that's true too, William. Though.
yeah, I don't want to put that up
Yeah, like when
there.
you talk about certain issues, you don't know who runs. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Sheba. I try to be an open guy, open old man. I don't believe in blocking or anything. I just deleted that comment off of there because, and then it's political, and like we were talking about the LGBTQ community. No, I don't believe he's doing that. I don't believe he's doing that.
Who's he?
Biden and the Democrats. It
Oh,
was about
girl.
Biden and the
Oh no, I am
Democrats.
not getting into that.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
that doesn't
yeah.
need to be discussed right now.
Uh, hello, Jay Barnes. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we could talk about more. I'm not
But
going to
let's
say
get back
more
on the
person.
masculinity thing. At the
Well,
end of the day, right? I feel like anybody that's in a relationship, it don't matter if you LGBTQ or whatever. Protect your wife, protect your husband, protect your lover.
yeah,
Period.
period, period. And there are some people that totally believe in that, believe it or not, people. There
Believe
are
in what?
people that believe in protecting your spouse, your partner, your wife, your living lover, whatever. They believe in protecting them. So,
Well, isn't that still in the vows, or did they take that out?
No,
uh,
it's still in there.
Oh,
uh,
okay.
well, here's what I'm saying. Some people write their own vows, and some people don't. They leave it out. Especially, let's see, that honor and obey.
Oh, I don't like that part.
Yeah, well, see now, there we go.
I don't like that part. Yeah, but that's
See,
what I'm saying. Is that still in there? Is that
uh,
still part of it?
it's still part of if traditionally if you want it in there, it's in there. If not, a lot of people take it out nowadays because they don't. Nah,
Well,
nah.
child, that's probably why people started writing their own vows because of it.
Well, like I said, I have a lot of things that are on my mind sometimes, and a lot of times when I say stuff, yeah, I know I sound like an old fuddy duddy, but hell, my mom and them sounded like old fuddy duddies when I was growing up. But I see what they're talking about, you know. So like I said, I've always been a man that will and shall continue to fight for a woman's right to have an abortion, to become the next judge or senator, even president of the United States. You know,
Right.
women have contributed more to this country and society than just babies, be it black, white, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. They birth when you birth a child in the world, even if you don't or can't birth children in the world, you still contribute to the world.
That's right.
So
And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what type of relationship you in. At the end of the day, the whole moral of it is to protect your significant other. by any means necessary. No one wants they spouse, they lover, they girlfriend or they boyfriend disrespected in front of a crowd of people.
Right, right. There it is. Sheba says, "Yes, I'm old school, and respect goes a long way. It does. It
Yeah,
does.
you're right
And
about
you
that.
know what? And I can honestly say that here on YouTube, respect goes a long way. And like I tell the people that come up to my chat when I do my music, I respect you and I love you guys because without you, I wouldn't be up here doing it. Because I know there's some people out there that want to hear stuff besides the ux shit, as I say it. You know, we want to go back to a time where music was good, it was sweet, it was wholesome. You know, and there's a lot of things that it takes me back on my fond memories, thinking of my mama sitting in the kitchen listening to Isaac Hayes with her, or she's playing Etta James on you know just memories, good memories,
Mhm.
good memories.
Like I
Speaking of good
said,
memories, boss lady,
mhm.
when are you going to be able to sneak back up on us and do a little sneaky things, little play a little good stuff?
William, I told you, I'm not playing no more music on here. I'm gonna be look. I just came back. I
Okay,
just
baby.
came back, but
Uh,
I'm gonna be on station here because YouTube is changing. And I'm
yes, they are
telling you, William,
changing.
I've been there where you was at. Do you know I had over 52 strikes?
52.
Yeah, but what it is it's not really considered a strike because
Right,
the artist is letting you use the music, but they want you to use the music, but they don't want you to use the music.
right.
So if
Because
you
they're
keep
getting
doing it,
compensated for it.
it's
We're
gonna add
not.
up. It's gonna keep adding up, and after a while, they're gonna start coming down on you like they did me.
Mm.
So, I mean, you going right now because your
Uh-huh.
channel not monetized. They ain't really doing too much. Once your channel become monetized, baby, you gonna start seeing them strikes come.
Oh no, you know what? That's one thing I'm not worried about because from day one they let me know I'll never be monetized. they
What?
let they
How's
let
that?
me they let me know I would never be monetized. Now, if I keep on doing something like this, maybe, and then started back playing music, oh yeah, they'll probably nail my hide to the wall. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm sure that if you start your station head, your supporters will go over there and support you. It's
yeah,
better than getting your channel taken. See, it's good now, but as your channel grow,
hmm,
because you be taking it all the way back, William, to the 50s.
oh yeah.
They don't want
Speaking
that
of,
music played over here.
yeah,
On
yeah,
station head, you can play whatever you want.
hmm,
You can still have a chat. People can still come up on your stream and everything.
right.
It's the same thing.
I've been, believe it or not, I'm still there. I got it. I just haven't been back there because when I first started, like anything else, when I have too much technical difficulties and I can't figure this out right quick, I'll leave it alone for a while.
Man,
If
when
I,
that screen go black, man, you was jamming. Boom, I was over here jamming to your music. And then this thing went, you I said, dang. And then it'll pop you back on.
right.
It'll
But
pop
see
you
here,
back on, but after a while, it's not gonna be doing that for you no more.
well, here's the thing on that one. That remember when I did my Valentine's,
Hmm.
they they said they didn't hit me for copyrights or not. They hit me for spam.
Oh, that's when people putting too many emojis in your chat.
I don't know what it was, but
Yeah, I heard that before too last year. Too
yeah,
many emojis is not good either.
mhm. They hit me for
Yeah.
spam, and it was something else. I was using a content creator's theme or something. Yeah, and then they said I wasn't. And I didn't say Valentine. I said Valentine's love. I think because I didn't have the word music and somebody wanted to come up and I didn't know how to bring them up so they can talk on the chat with me and chit chat, they went back and flagged me. I was flagged, you know. That was like, golly,
Child, and then sometimes somebody could flag you and then say it's their music, but it's really not their music.
not their music,
Yep.
right?
That's
I
what
don't
they
And
figured
do
that.
they
now.
do that too.
You know,
I have figured that out too. I
yeah,
have
and
figured that
people
out
do that
too.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because somebody said that I used the C word.
mm, mm,
Yup, and I had got a
mm,
strike for that. And I was like, well, when the fuck did I do that?
yeah,
So it's a lot
but
of games being played on here.
yeah, it's a lot of games being played, and I've seen people going up here and they're flagging people on their lives and stuff now, and you know,
Oh yeah,
it's
everybody knows that the best time to flag a person is while they're live.
right, right, yeah, that's so
So,
true.
so much. I'm telling you, I already know the deal now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it ain't working no more for me.
you know,
I
and
got
what
a lot
the
of my
way I
videos I put on private. I got a lot of music videos over here, but I have them on private.
right, I got music videos on here too, and I got them on private, but
See,
I
I
got
like the
some
way Rico do it. You see how Rico he plays his music, but Rico puts his own mix in it.
right,
So
right,
technically, it's like him making a mixtape. And I
right,
mess with him because it's like he's using the music, but he's creating his own sound to it.
right. And I can do that too. I can go on here and have a what they call like I can do. I ain't gonna say what I can do, but I can, mix. Mix music. I
Yeah,
can do
and
that.
it's like you making it your own
Right,
because
making
it's
it my
not
own.
like the actual song.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
actually shared one of his videos. Oh my gosh, it's with Aaliyah and what is that girl name? That thing is off the hook. Y'all gotta check it out.
Yeah, and I got Rico. Rico does do some great work,
Yes, he
and
does.
and somebody else I got to give it to. That's still hanging in there. Oh, Doctor Soap and Wash.
Oh yeah, he doing his thing.
I
I
got to
was
give.
out the other day when he was jamming though.
Yeah, I was. I go when I see he's up there. I'll go hit his little parties, and I can get up there with him. And I'm proud that I'm not going to say I was the first to ever do this, but I'm proud that I'm seeing more people do it now.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
it was
wish
Aaliyah and Ariana Grande. That's
Lily Ariana Grande. Okay, and
mhm.
I'm more. I feel a lot better, even when James does his music, and he hasn't done it in a well. He did it in a couple of months ago. He did some music like that when people were having their birthday parties and stuff like that. Uh,
You
you
just
know,
it's some music on here you that they do allow you to play.
right?
But see, as I started getting all these strikes right, I started writing down on a piece of paper what I could play, what I can't play. I know what I can't play on YouTube.
Uh huh.
You
And
know,
that's what
I
I've been
know that
trying to do
I
too.
yeah, I know I can't play Prince. I know that. I
Yeah,
won't even try to play Prince.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Child, speaking of Michael Jackson, I was on TikTok and I made a video, but was playing the music off of YouTube, and they didn't have that song of Michael Jackson, the one I wanted to hear on TikTok, and I played
Right.
it. And honey, I'm glad they didn't ban me, but they muted me.
Oh,
They muted
okay.
me, so I just went and took the video down yesterday. So just remember, if you do go on TikTok, only type in the search bar the song you want. If you don't find it, don't go nowhere else and
Don't
get
go
it. Don't even
nowhere
go to
else.
Spotify because
Yeah.
they are very strict when it comes to music. Because you know
Hmm.
the artist over there gets paid
Right. Right.
to them. Same with Station Head. You can play any music you want over there. You just gotta play it over there,
Hmm.
and won't nothing happen. Because the artists is getting paid over there. Spotify. You see, you even said you
Yeah.
got Spotify.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I do. Uh, but see, here's another thing. Here's another thing that I really don't understand.
Oh, you play a trombone and
Yeah, she says she plays trombone and both of them, her and her husband, I believe, says they plays trombone, and she plays the tambourine, and we redo everything. So when they're playing a song and stuff, they redo everything.
oh yeah, and see, and it's like they making it their own.
Right.
And that's another good thing, William. If you got the equipment, you could do the
Hmm.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like you said. That's like mixing. You just
Yeah,
you
it's like
run
a mixed
from
thing.
yeah. You run from right one song right into another.
I
You know.
never get in trouble playing. Like I, I can play music on YouTube. I can play club music all day long. I don't know
Hmm.
if all y'all guys know it or like it, but you know, Aretha, it's club songs with Aretha Franklin. I don't even get in trouble about. I don't get in trouble playing Prince club music because it's mixed in with other music.
Right.
But
Right.
if I just play straight up Prince, forget it.
Yeah, and then there's songs on here that what they say use samples in the song itself.
Hmm.
See, they allow you to play certain songs with the samples in
Yeah,
it.
samples, mixtapes,
Yeah, yeah.
CDs. I mean, yeah,
But
all that.
have you went on the YouTube list to see what kind of music they're offering, such as under R&B music?
Well, yeah, they actually stepped up their little library on YouTube. Remember, it used to be all corny and
Yeah,
all. Yeah, you actually get some good R&B songs on there, so you might want to check that out.
I went in there the other day and checked it out. Maybe I don't know. It might be my doggone computer. Maybe I wasn't in the right section, but that stuff that they had, and then it was all instrumental.
Oh no, some of it got words in it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm an experiment. I'm still a baby
Yeah.
crawling. I'm still a baby crawling on YouTube when it comes to finding shortcuts, doing things the right way. Even up here on this StreamYard, like today, this is the first time that I've ever been able to bring people up, drop a link and bring people up because I was so confused about that. And I don't know, I watched it maybe 20 dozen times, as you say, on
William,
dropping your link.
when I'm not on YouTube, child, I am surfing the internet. I even found a YouTuber yesterday. I was
Hmm.
telling Crystal about this. I just found a YouTuber yesterday that she allows you to use her music, and she got some good music too. I'm a and you also can make you an overlay like in a replica of yourself. Of
Right.
course, you don't have vitiligo, so I use my regular skin tone. And you can make your own avatar. I made one. I'll show y'all in my video. I made two of them yesterday.
Well,
And all she asks that you do is um put her name in the description and the music.
oh,
Put
okay.
your name in the
Okay.
music and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, she got some good music. I'm gonna be downloading some of that.
Hmm.
And
Well,
she just asked to give her a shout out. Or you know how you
mm,
got that little bar
yeah.
coming across your screen? You can
Right.
put it in your little
Put
bar
it
too.
in there. Yeah. The
Mhm.
ticker. Yeah.
Yep. And what another thing, William, I wanted to tell you about streaming music. So you know, like say if you wanted to get your watch hours up,
Hmm.
you can use that overlay, and then the music that the lady provides, you can just run it all night and just have people talking in your chat.
Ooh.
That's what
Okay.
she does. She has millions of followers. She
Hmm.
has about five or six channels on here, and all she does is
Right.
stream music. That's what her channel's about, streaming music.
And see, since I've been doing that, I've been getting a lot of those, like you said, music videos that has the R&B playlist and stuff on it, where people make the play and put it up there. And
Hmm.
like you said, people are in the chat.
Yep, I'm gonna do
So
that.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well,
At first,
you
I
know,
was like, "Damn!" But what if Spunky start barking?
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do this the right way, as they say on YouTube, which pretty soon it won't be the right way. It's going to be the only way. And if I can't adjust to that, then what I'll do, like you said, there's always station head. Yeah. And I
Another thing
love.
I was talking to Crystal about, I'm gonna share it with you. Even with the call-in numbers, I'm gonna start going back doing that again too. Because there's
Mhm.
some people that don't want to hit the link, and you know, some people don't want you to know who they are, but they won't mind calling in.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that too. That sounds like fun because I have
Well,
fun doing
yeah.
it in
With
like
the I
2018.
I thought about that. I got an Obama phone,
You
so
can do
I
it
can
with
give the
that.
yeah, I can give the Obama number instead of my real phone number.
Yeah, you don't want to give out your real number.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh no! No 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 no!
Oh yeah, people could dox you through your real phone number.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I've been doxxed. I don't care. I was up on Jay Wilson's and got doxxed today. Not doxxed, but yeah, they were doxing me. They were asking questions about me. Being arrested here in Missouri. So I don't care. Hell,
I've
I'm old
never
any.
met no people that's so eh, that's so just want to know your life.
Right, right. You can't live my life. My life has
Like
already
that's
been
ridiculous.
lived.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't live my life. My life has already been lived. Hell, I don't know. I may not, God forbid, I may not wake up tomorrow morning. So what are you going to do?
Hell, do all the doxing you want, but baby, you pull up, that's gonna be your motherfucking birthday.
There you go. There you go.
And
But
you know
see,
what
if
the birthday
people,
is, right?
oh, yes, yes. hmm But see, another thing, if people would band together and write uh, YouTube, write, uh, oh, shit. Uh,
What
You know
about
what
the
I'm talking
music?
about. No, about the things that people do on here. And even, yeah, even about the music. Even about the
You know what?
music.
Honestly, William, if it's supposed to be people monitoring, shouldn't they already know?
Yeah, they
You would
it would
think.
they would you would think that. But like I said, a lot of it is a lot of hate, envy. They see you up there doing good. So what they do, they got a little thing called a flag. And it used to be, remember how they got rid of the thumbs down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
The
some
only
people
person
put this on private.
Yeah. The only people that can see the thumbs down now is when you thumbs down a person. And hey, I don't know if you thumbs down me. I don't care. I
That's
just know
still a
I
view. That's
that's
still a
still a
view.
view. Click and a view. That's all. That's what I'm trying to
That's
say.
stupid. It's
Uh,
like,
and we get up here and argue about that stupid stuff. A click and a view.
why do you think I say I don't care if your thumbs down or thumbs up? Do
Right.
something.
Do something that lets me know. Hey, you're watching me. You
Right. Do
there?
something.
Uh, and don't
I
say
don't know why would
I
people
don't
come
watch
to your
you.
channel. Why would they come to your channel, listen to all your music or listen to whatever you talking about, and won't I always, or I don't even care if I don't like you. If I come over and watch your video, I'ma rate the video.
Right. Right.
That's just respect.
Yeah. And see, I when I do my after I do my lives, I go in and do all the other good stuff, and then when I get the comments that I get, I try to answer everybody back that writes me and tells me how they feel, and you know, because communication, when they tell me stuff like that, that's the best form of flattery for me. And I write them back and let them know, hey, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming in and viewing me, and I just love it. I just love it, you know. And for me, it even when I first started out, boss lady, it wasn't about monetary gain. But then people start talking about when I was playing my music. Please drop a cash app, but please, do you know I didn't get a cash app till like 2 months, a month and a half after maybe I was up here playing music. I didn't get that cash app, but then I thought again, you know what? If people are saying that you provide them something to make them happy, to bring them joy, and they want to reward you,
Then that's their
God
choice.
has that's their choice, and God has opened it up for me to have that. I'm not a religious man by no stretch of the imagination, but I do know there's a higher power and a higher being, and everything happens for a reason. So if when I go up there and yeah, I said, now I want to, then I said, you know what? I listen to some of the YouTubers on here who says it's about the coins. It's about the coins. Okay. Yeah, it's about the coins. Well, okay, I understand you now, buddy. I understand you. I understand you. I
Well,
don't
you
get a read.
guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go back down into the chat.
All right, thank you,
I
my
enjoy being up
Gail.
here.
Thank you, Gail. I'm glad to have you up here, y'all. Gail is my moderator. I got a couple other moderators on my channel. That's another thing we're gonna have to talk about, boss lady. These wrenches.
The
Not
rent.
see, yeah, the wrench, not the wrench, the wrenches that people are getting or being taken away from them. You see what I'm saying? Uh,
Wait. If I'm lost on that one.
huh. Wrenches. Okay, you're my moderator.
No, I'm not.
No, no, well, I know that, but what I'm saying is,
Oh,
if you're my moderator, the
uh huh.
little blue wrenches up there, right?
Yeah, if somebody moderate for your channel, they blue.
Te- Okay, people are now taking their little blue wrenches from other people because they're going in other people's chat that they don't like.
Wait a minute, but how does a person take another person's range? I'm lost.
I'm talking about the content creators. Content creators are getting mad at at their moderators that go over to other people's chats and sit up there and listen to them. They see them up there. They take their wrenches from them from their channel. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But
Yeah.
see, I'm old school.
Hmm.
Nobody is obligated to do a damn thing. Don't nobody get paid for moderating.
No.
Ain't
No.
nobody on no schedule. Everybody can't be in the chat when a
At,
person go live. Like we really
right.
got lives outside of YouTube.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
ain't nobody getting no separate paycheck. So
Mm-mm.
I ain't even be like people that do that. I think that's some delusional shit. Telling a
And
person where they could go, like
yeah, that's basically what it is. If I
getting
see
all
you,
big headed and shit. That's all
yeah,
that is.
yeah, yeah. And to me, that is a form of I call it the
Control.
thing control. Well, yeah, like Janet Jackson say, control. Yep, it's control.
Well, you know what? That moderator stick is very important. You know, you really got to be very selective of who you get that stick.
Cool. You're right. Oh
I
yes, I'm
mean,
very
honestly,
selective.
when I look at people chat and see it with a whole bunch, I'm like, well, why is all these like me? I mean, once I get to 100K, then it's time to get a whole bunch of moderators. But shit, honestly, I can moderate my own channel.
Yeah,
It's good to have somebody on standby though. I ain't gonna
right.
lie,
It's always
because you
good to
know
have
with these
somebody.
trolls be coming in here saying some
Messed up
prejudice
stuff,
stuff. Yeah.
prejudice stuff. Yeah, oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah,
it's good
yeah,
to have
yeah.
a few moderators on deck, but
Mhm.
everybody can't be there
No,
like
that
every time you hit the live
every
button.
time you go live, but no, they can't be
Yeah.
there. But one thing for certain, and two things I do, I appreciate those guys that I do have in my chat as mods, and the Gail has been a great supporter of me. So there's no reason for me to worry about things going on to me, except when I do a live like this, and like I said, I got to learn to get that banner up and make sure. Hey, I got to make sure you ain't got your
Child,
camera
my finger trigger
finger.
is awesome. I'll
Yeah,
block
yeah.
your ass in a minute.
Hey, Alfreda, sweetheart, how are you
Hey,
doing?
Alfreda.
Yeah, that's another one of my sweethearts there. Yeah, I know I got too many sweethearts. Oh, whatever. But people like that, Alfreda makes some beautiful videos sometimes, and it makes a lot of sense to me. I tell you another person that I listen to, and Houston Bread. Houston Bread is to me, she's fantastic. She's great.
Shit,
You know,
Alfreda need to she need to trademark that saying. See you on the YouTube streets.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, see you on those YouTube streets. And she's such a gorgeous lady. I ain't gonna say to be her age, but she's such
Yeah,
a
she
gorgeous
do.
lady. She's such a gorgeous.
She
A
does not
great
look her
grandma,
age.
a great grandma. Like I'm a great grandpa, and I'm gonna knock myself a little bit, even though I might look like Yoda. Mm,
You look like who?
Yoda.
No, the hell you don't. What make you
Hey,
say that?
I'm just
Seriously, if you look like him, I
seriously.
would have said it, but you don't.
No, seriously. I mean, it's another person to say it. He's going to talk about this old man that came up, but his
Yoda,
voice and
Yoda got big eyes and big ears.
big ears, right? I got big eyes and big ears. So what? Big deal.
Child, don't you start. What you gonna go? What you gonna start getting some yoga shit?
Maybe I'll start having yogurt beside me when I'm doing a live. When I come back up on camera, be eating yogurt. But
Yeah, she.
no.
But that's cult mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
come
see,
on.
and Slappy was on this morning. Like you said, Slappy, oh, I love her too. You know,
Oh, she a
uh,
content creator?
yes, Slappy Slapster.
I seen her out here, but I didn't know she
Yeah,
was
she's a
a content creator.
yeah, she's a content creator. She's got her own channel. She does videos. She does. She's out there. She's funny. I love Slappy. Like I said, Slappy. Okay, let me give you my personal list of YouTubers that I kind of really enjoy, especially when I'm down and out.
William, I could run the list back to you.
Okay. Number one. I'm not saying that he's number
That's just
one, but I'm
Kelly
just
Love.
saying, no, no.
Well, he
Uh,
was in the number one spot. You switched him around.
I always switch them around because sometimes they do stuff that I don't want to hear.
Oh,
So,
that's how you rated it.
right. There's some
Okay,
days
I
that
know.
I want to hear you make a joke about somebody, and then there's other days I say, no, let's talk about some political stuff, or even religion, or even music. But now, as far as number one, two, three, four, five, they're all number one in my book because if I didn't have them up here on my list, be able to, and I get the notifications for them, if they want all number one on my list, I wouldn't be listening to them, period. So everybody that's on my list that I listen to, that I'm subscribed to,
William,
I
everybody can't be number one.
not I'm not
That's not
to
no.
me to me being number one is
The
making me
number one
happy for
spot
that
is
day.
the number
For
one
that day.
spot is for the number one person of that day.
For me that day. That's right.
Right, right.
So like today, to be honest with you, today, because I only listen to three or four people or five people a day, was I hate doing this
No,
because
you
it's gonna
don't, because
be
you wouldn't have brought it up. Who is it?
my number one person for today, because I really haven't been listening to them, but I know what they
Hold
give.
on, William. Hold up now. Hold up. If you
When
ain't
I,
listening, then how
I
they number one?
because
You
I know
gotta
what
be
they give.
listening.
Because I know what they give.
But you don't. If you ain't listening, then you don't know what they giving lately.
Oh yeah, because
Because
when I do that when
I just
when I
mentioned
when I
Curtis
do
Kelly
that
Love,
when I do
and
that replay,
he been on your number one spot uh last 2 months ago.
well, that's 2 months ago.
And I know because I know you always do this. You
Yeah,
always say, well, you always run it down.
yeah. But
So
really,
who is it?
my favorite has been this week and last week is James.
Oh,
Mother,
okay.
yeah, James has been there. James is up there. Now Duchess is slid to number two, and I'll tell you why. I kind of
Well,
miss Duchess.
before Kwani was in number two.
Well, Quani, that's females. I'm gonna start separating this stuff. I'm
Oh,
gonna have
okay.
the males on one side and females on
See,
the other.
y'all. Let me just make a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm just finding out that now William is putting them in categories. I just want to put that on record. Okay.
They're not a category. That category will change real quick, like the music used to change. You at the number one spot next week. That new hit come out, and you done drop down to 100. So
Okay, so how you doing it? Tell me how you doing it so I'll know.
I'm doing it is because what, like I said, what makes me feel good and how I feel about things, the commentary that they use and give.
Okay, but I'm saying, are you putting it in the males and then the females?
Males are going to be on one side. I'm sorry, Duchess and James. I know. See, I'm getting.
Miss Brown Baby said, "How can I get the number
Brown baby, you're always going to be number one, honey. Hey, how you doing? You're always
Okay,
going to be my number one.
William is separating the guys from the ladies now.
Right.
Okay,
I mean,
so for the guys, you said it was Spiller Boy, and
yeah.
now who is in your number 2 spot? Hey, Treasure
Duchess,
Lane.
Treasure Lane, Duchess. Hey, yes.
You said don't give
Oh.
up because I'm in the number 1 male spot.
See, hello, James. Love you.
Okay, so Spiller Boy is in the number 1 male spot, and what is this since for the last 2 weeks, the last week, or what? How you doing?
The last 2 weeks, really, the
Okay,
last two
so
weeks, because it's been
Spiller Boy,
hectic.
he been in your number 1 spot for 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for the first week, for the females, who do you have and who do you have in for your second week?
Okay, for the female in the number one spot, because I'm so messy with myself, is
That
Quantity.
ain't messy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Quantity.
why is that messy? Because it's quantity.
Because Quantity can bring it.
Okay,
No, no,
so
no, no. It's not that she can bring it, but Quantity has been on there a lot. Number two
okay,
that I put in the second spot for the females is
but
Deanna Irving.
wait a minute. So what is Quantity in the number 1 spot for last week and Deanna's in your number 2 spot for this week?
No,
I mean
they're
your number
all
1 spot for this week.
right.
Okay.
Last week, this week it has been Deanna Irving.
Okay, so this week is Deanna.
Right.
Okay.
So
All right.
and that dropped Quantity down to number two.
Okay, so Gail, duly noted, because William know I ain't gonna forget. Because I was confused for a minute.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
and see.
so duly note this, Gail, because I know he called you in the beginning of the video. His
Number
what?
one moderator.
What? No, you didn't say number 1 moderator. You said something else.
Well, hell, I'm an old
Not the
man.
sergeant or something like that.
Sergeant of Arms.
No, you said something. I gotta replay the video.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
we'll both
duly note
replay
this,
it.
Gail, that Spiller Boy is for the last 2 weeks. He
Been
been
number
in the
one.
number 1 spot,
Followed
which
by
knocked
Duchess Kelly Love.
followed by Duchess Kelly Love.
Right.
Kwani was in the number 1 spot last week,
Yeah.
followed by Deanna is now in number 1, and Kwani is now in number 2.
Number two.
So
Right.
you only doing 1 and 2 spots. You ain't doing 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I can do three, but you know what? I'm gonna let the people decide. That's why I got a community board up there.
Okay,
See,
cool. So, oh yeah, well you know you can put that
put the oh
you can
yes,
put
I
the
can pose
ratings in
questions.
there.
Yep,
Like
I
for the
can.
number 3 spot, you should put in your
Hmm.
community wall. So you could leave number 3 spot open for your subscribers.
Right, leave it
And
open for
you
them.
do number 1 and 2, and for your
One and two.
subscribers, they could do a poll
Yeah.
for the
Who you think is three,
right,
4, and I usually do 5. So who is 3, 4, and 5? I got my
right,
1 and 2. I want to know y'all's 3, 4, and 5.
right. That's
Right.
cool.
You know,
That's cool
but
because you and I know this because you the only one that I know of.
Hmm.
that does this, and you've been doing this for a while. This ain't
Well,
different.
I've been kind of skipping out on it because some people got mad with me because I dropped them down on the list. So I'm not going to say anything.
Right. But
You
now
know.
that you fully explained it, it makes sense.
Hmm.
See, before
Hmm.
I was a little confused
Oh
because
no.
before you used to just do it like one, two, and three.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people. Certain days now, like I said, Slappy Slapster. She had me rolling, and it wasn't because she was dragging anybody or anyone. It's because of her voice, her delivery of it, and the things that she said. And she sings like Mr. Tim. He's in the chat sometimes. He'll break out all of a sudden in a song, and he goes
Yes,
back
he
to an
do.
old. He goes back to the old songs. You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
I hope Billy G just do a one of the remixes with him, because with him doing all his little singing and stuff that he be doing in his videos.
Yes,
Shoot,
yes,
some of
yes.
them I be liking. Some of them is really
Oh
hood
yeah.
songs.
Thank you, Sheba. I thank you so much, and believe you me, dear, I'm going to subscribe to your channel too. So that's what I. That's another thing I do look for when a person subscribes to my channel. I'll go in and look for them and see. I don't care. I'm like anybody else. I don't care if you have three people subscribe to you. I'm subscribing to you. You know, if you create content, if you want to create content, or you want to say something, hey, I got you. I'm there for you. I'm going to listen.
So do you
So.
base this on you not this active anymore? Oh yes, I am. See,
Brown baby, boss lady's very
oh yes,
active.
I am.
I've seen her in other chats here lately. So,
No, I don't know if they know, because what happened was, Sheba, I was on time out because I had two strikes, and one for playing music, and one that we did on that holiday. Remember the holiday that we recently had? I was on timeout. So what I did was I just didn't come on my channel at all for the whole month until all my strikes left. And
right.
actually today was the second one, just got off today. So I don't have no strikes. So that's why I was on my other channels. My I ain't the one to gossip, and you ain't heard it from me. I was over there. I was over there.
Hey, look here, look what mother just said. Look what do
You
you
see,
see what
me
mother
is
just
fair.
said?
When I
And
get
I
too
usually say
mean, she
James.
slaps my hand. But you
I
know
can't.
what, Silver Boy? I honestly don't think that you be mean, and I'm not just saying this.
No,
I
he's
think
not
it's
mean.
that when you go into, whether it's a drag or whether it's you just coming on your channel to talk. Remember when you used to have your lunchtime table topics?
Yeah, yeah,
It's like everything is in sequence. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just want to just enjoy the commentary. So I'll be up in the bushes. Because sometimes when you drop down, you miss something when you, how you doing? What's up, y'all? Hey, this, that, and the third. But when you up in the skybox, you get to lay back and enjoy like I was the other day. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus
right.
his stuff is it's like he's telling a story,
Yeah,
and
yes,
it's like boom, 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 and boom. It's not all over the damn place. I hate to go to
right.
somebody's channel, child, and they talking about this, and then they get distracted by the chat and wind up talking about something else. I'll be like, I'll be back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So William, when you put
yes.
him in the spot, was it because of the commentary, or was it because of the drag, the cleanup?
It's mostly. I would say for me, it's mostly the comical cleanup that he does. You could drag a person, you could drag a person and be funny with it, but when it's malicious, that's when I kind of back off and I cringe a little bit. But all in all, James James is funny. He laughs at times when he's doing his cleanups too. He's laughing because to him it's fun doing that. You see what I'm saying? And he
Yeah,
really doesn't clean anybody up until they come for him. Honestly,
that's the way it's supposed to be.
right?
And see, that's what I like. I like and I'm the same way. I don't come for nobody that don't come for me. But see, that's that old school way. This new shit going on now on YouTube,
YouTube, it is a
where
mess.
just
It
for
is a
views and clicks, you just start coming for random people. I don't get down like that.
yes,
It ain't that serious for some views and clicks. That's the way it's supposed to be. Come for
correct.
those that come for you.
For you, and when you come for me, even when I just got started. Why are you pulling my tail? Why are you doing
William,
stuff?
that's the key. Even though we smaller content creators, right?
Right,
From where you was at a month or two ago, you're growing.
right. I
And
understand
people
that.
out here see you growing.
Yes.
And it's like it's always like this. Soon as you start growing,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Mm-hmm.
somebody out there with a green eye that want to knock you down.
Yeah, that a green eye envy. I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you
Yeah.
can't let people deter you from your opinion.
Right. Well, it's not about it's not about my opinion all the time. It's just being able to tell a story. just being able to tell a story. As she said, that's why Chris Rock.
Yeah, he got off
Yeah,
code,
got
and
off
that's pretty much
code.
what it is. It
Yeah,
You will still grow. Everybody starts out with one subscriber.
yeah. Amen.
If I mean, I can't be. I mean, I'm not on YouTube every day. Like I don't know if people know that, but I'm not on YouTube every day.
Oh,
I
I'm
most
not either.
I spend most of my time on YouTube is watching other people's videos.
There it is. There it is. That's
I watch
true.
more people's YouTube videos than I do making videos.
And
So that
I do like dropping down in the chat when the conversation is interesting. I can get up there and state my opinion and leave, but I don't like to get up there and boom, somebody comes right behind me and want to argue. Wait a minute, I didn't come up here for this. I came up to enjoy what that content creator was talking about at that time.
oh,
You
Spill It Boy, we need a T-shirt called the Amen section.
know.
Oh shit!
Miss Brown, baby, who? Oh, either you're mean on that channel or whose channel are you mean on? I'm just asking the question now.
I mean, on her channel. Who's her?
Miss Brown, baby. She said, "Ooh, I don't have a channel."
Oh, you don't have a channel? Well, everybody has a channel. You just don't have no content on it.
Right. Well, maybe. Mm, she
If you
says,
on
"I
YouTube, you got a channel. You just
yeah,
didn't upload no videos on
just
it.
don't have any videos loaded, or you don't." Yeah. And Sheba says, "I appreciate the beef sector content creators because it gets me through my day." Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I do. There's some content creators that get me through my day.
Right, because I was out yesterday and I was listening to Spiller Boy's video, and
Hmm.
it's only when I got to the red light I was able to say, hey, and then
Hey,
it
right.
turned green. But
Hmm.
I was I be catching people's replays, and I
Right.
always give a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Right. Even if I don't even hear the whole thing, I'll give them a thumbs up.
I don't
You see what
understand
I'm
what
saying?
people think. Like they really like that's another thing. Why don't people they come over and listen? It's like when you drop in somebody's house and you come over, the
Hmm.
first thing you should do is thumbs the video up
Right.
or down, whichever one you choose.
Yeah.
But when you come into somebody's room, you need to be hitting either the up or the down button. Nobody should have to keep saying thumbs up the
Yeah.
video.
Please like my video.
Nobody should have to keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's another thing of that was another part of the etiquette. That's just etiquette.
And then if I tell you to
YouTube
come
etiquette.
in, if I tell you to come in, take your shoes off and relax, that's what I want you to do. Don't come in uptight, wanting to blast people, because we might be talking about babies one day and how cute and cuddly they are. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And although you can't speak to everybody in the chat, but
Right.
it's also etiquette to speak to the content creator, the mods, and the chat. You don't have to type every person's name in the chat, but it's only right that you speak to people when they come in. I hate when people just come right on in, drop down, and start talking to other people in your chat and ain't even spoke
Word.
to you first.
And it
Where
spoke
they
to the
do that
content
at?
creator first. Well,
Mm.
it has happened. See, like right here, Miss Brown,
No,
baby.
I never
That,
do that.
that this kind of camaraderie right here, I love seeing it. Because even if they don't, it's to me, it's just saying, "Hey, I love you. I love you." Don't mean I want to be with you sexually or anything like that. It's
Right.
just that my heart is filled with love. And oh, and then before I get off of that love thing, Brian, Brian, I want to say to you,
Oh,
my
yes. Rest
heart
in peace to
goes
his mother.
out to you. Rest in peace to your mother, my
Yes.
dear friend. I may not, like I tell people, I may not agree with everything that you do on YouTube, but when it comes to death and a family member, and especially mothers, when we lose our mother, man, I've lost mine 20 years ago, and it still hurts today.
Child,
But
me
whatever,
too.
but whatever you do, man, keep on being yourself.
Well, it wasn't 20 years ago, but it's all
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was very
that's another
overwhelming.
thing. That's another thing on YouTube about me on YouTube. If I find out somebody is hurting, or Crystal, my baby Crystal, I I wish I wish that God would work a miracle, uh, at least on three people in my life, and people will believe that, hey, there's a God, there's a heaven, something's going on. Crystal, I love her. When I say
Child,
I
that
love her,
lady right there, oh my gosh, she is so funny.
hmm
She will have
hmm
you crying.
hmm and let people know, no, I don't do behind the scenes stuff. Nobody has my phone number. Now they might have my email address, but I haven't.
Well, that's
And
not
then,
true.
you got my phone number?
No, I don't got your phone number.
Okay, there, boss
Gail
lady.
got your number. Gail got your number.
No, she doesn't.
She don't.
No,
Yes, she do.
no, she don't.
Well, why
Mm-mm.
when one day when we was on live and you said, well, Gail let me know that you was live.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
how she let you know you was live? How she let you know? Through email?
Email.
Oh,
Email.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that's a big difference now.
I never seen your email on here.
I had my email up there a couple of times. When I first
Oh,
started out, I was putting my email address. It's carrutherswilliam@gmail.com.
oh, okay. Because I never seen it in your description.
And then on top of that, you remember when Duchess Kelly Love did that Christmas music, and he was sending people the music to it? That's been about over a year ago. I got Duchess Kelly's Love email, sent him, I think it was $1
Oh,
then to get the song, and he
uh-huh.
emailed me back, and the song was in there. He attached it to it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Miss Brown baby. I got a few channels. When I get bored, I go right on. I got two kid channels. Now I got two kids channel, one makeup channel. My I ain't the one the gossip channel, and my other channel
hmm
that I
Yeah.
was on timeout on, and then
Yeah.
I got one on private with all the people I drag.
Yeah. See, and then that's another thing.
Well, we was going back and forth with each other anyway.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I might want to drag, but no, hell no, I don't. I want to get on here and play some goddamn music, have fun, people in the chat, dancing on the pole, hopping around, throwing their panties off. I can't see you throw your panties off. If you tell me, I still can't see you. You see what I'm saying? But
So
just be you.
yeah.
Just have
Well,
fun.
And see, and that's good too, because every time that happened to you, you already know what you could play and what you can't play.
Mm-hmm.
And you should make a
Mm-hmm.
list if you don't already have one. Because every time that screen go black, I would have
Yeah.
write down, up,
Oh,
Frankie,
it went black on this one.
I
Yeah.
can't write, I can't play that song no more.
Can't play
That's
that
what
no
I
more.
did.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I do. I know what I can play on here now. That happened so many times. I know what I could play.
Right. Right. So, but like I said again, I want to say thank everybody for coming up. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, if you want me to stick around, I'll stick around. Uh, like I said, there's more to life than YouTube. But
Yeah, Miss
I,
Sheba, that was like,
but
oh my gosh, I couldn't
yeah,
even listen to that video. I was just like,
yes, oh yes. When she went about Brian, yeah, I felt his. I cried. Now, to be honest with you, that's another thing. Being a man, a grown ass man, they'll sit up and talk about a man ain't supposed to cry.
that's not
Well,
true.
I know that's what I'm saying. What am I supposed to do? Laugh all the
Some
time?
people, I hate when people don't be honest and say, you know what, um, um, oh, this doesn't affect me, or this doesn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. Because
Mm-mm,
even
mm-mm.
let me tell you something. When I first got into an altercation on here, and my vitiligo was being talked about,
Yes, dear.
and the person that I got into it with didn't know that I was a real bitch, and they found out the hard way. At first, I did feel some type of way, but then I was like, hold the fuck up. This MFer don't even know me like that, because I'm like this in my real life. I will curse you the fuck out
Right, right.
and fight your ass. So, it makes you have a thicker skin. And after I thought about it, I was like, well, let me give this motherfucker a pat on the back. Because you know what? If it wasn't for him, I probably would have been over there like, oh, let me ignore this motherfucker. And then I was
Mm.
like, no, sir, no, ma'am. Because like I said, you let little small shit go and it becomes big shit.
Big shit. Yes, it does. Yes, it
So I
does.
said, let me just get in his ass real quick. Let me introduce my real self to him. Because before I was just over there minding my business. And
Hmm.
this is when I was new to YouTube. I
Right.
didn't really know nothing about the chats or none of that shit. I didn't, and I didn't
You
really know that these people actually talk back to you.
well,
I was
I,
like, oh shit. And then the chat will say, oh well, so and so, go over to so and so's video. They talking about you. And
hmm
then I will go over there, and then I will go back and make another video. And that's how I realized that we actually really going back and forth with each other. And then it was starting to feel good.
right.
Then I realized, like, oh, I like this shit. But just to just do it to anybody that ain't talking shit about me, I'm not doing that for no clicks and views. I'm not.
No, no, I'm not. And I'll tell a person if you're mad at me because I done went on somebody else's platform and said hello to them, uh, so be it. I'm not gonna worry like that no more. I'm not
Oh,
gonna worry myself.
that's where we get the amen section from. It's
Hmm.
our right to support somebody. Now, if you know that their name is in the title and you know that you support them, you pretty much know what's about to be given. So why
Right.
even drop down if you know that you support both people? That's just my way of thinking. But and it's a
Yeah.
but
Everybody's
on,
got a butt.
but later on that day, and they talking about something else that don't have nothing to
Hmm.
do with somebody that you supporting, then by
Right.
all means,
Drop 'em now.
because I'm saying to myself, well, damn, if you know that this person is being dragged and you see their name right in the title,
Hmm.
and I mean, what are you doing? What's
Well, tha- that's what I'm saying. If I know, okay, we'll take my baby Kwani for instance. If Kwani's got somebody's name in the title, I know what she's going to bring and give. It's either up to me to listen to see what she's going to say or just skip it all together. You know.
I don't feel. I mean, if I'm supporting two people on YouTube, and they going back
Hmm.
and forth with each other, which is their business,
Right.
what that got to do with me?
Do it
I'm
me.
not. I'm not.
That's my point.
I'm
That's
just
my
like,
point.
but I'm
That's
not
my
gonna be
point.
interested because I don't want to see two people that I support going back and forth with each other.
Amen.
But that
Amen,
don't
dear.
mean that I'm gonna stop supporting. I'm not gonna stop supporting them too just because two people going back and forth with each other. Because
Hmm.
that don't got shit to do with me. But yeah, I'm like Spiller Boy when it comes to the amen section.
Right.
Why you over
Right.
there? You can laugh in the bushes.
Right.
If you want to put your little laughing emojis in, laugh your ass up in the bushes.
Hmm.
Because yeah,
And
some people will
this
block your ass.
shop, Sheba. I can understand your feelings, baby, and you have every right
I
to say
tried
that.
to
That's
try
why I
to tell
posted it
you.
up here. Some people can't do people. I'm just an old man that can do things in life because I done seen life come along. I've come a long way, and I can sit up here and listen to people roast each other and gag each. But I like you and the content. Some days, like I say, some days you have great content. I tell you, information man, boss lady.
Oh, I don't know who
You
that is.
remember? Yeah, you don't remember information man
From where?
from here. I met him. He was on your channel, your platform one day.
That don't mean I know
Information
him.
man.
Where
Well,
I know him from?
he has his own platform. He's a content creator here on YouTube.
I'm gonna be honest with you, William. I really don't know that person.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm subscribed with him. He has the most thought provoking content to make a person think about things. So
I'll check him
I,
out, but I
yeah,
mean, some people drop down. I don't even know them.
yeah, okay,
But
okay,
if you,
and
I mean, now that you
I'm gonna
telling
go
me, I
from that.
will check them out.
All right, I'm gonna go from that specter right there down to another specter. Watermelon sugar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know what she brings to me? She
nice makeup look.
reminds, yeah, she reminds me of my mom sitting at the makeup mirror doing her makeup. See, and her face. It's amazing how women can look one way and the next minute, boom, they look like women are amazing when it comes to makeup, fashions, jewelries, picking out clothes. Women are amazing. Where me, I'm liable to be sitting around in my damn PJs and eating a peanut butter sandwich. You know, haven't
I,
shaved
I,
in three or
I,
4 days.
I might
But
have to
women,
agree with you with that. I love to watch different people put on makeup because everybody puts on their makeup differently.
right?
But when you put it on to fit your look,
Mm-hmm.
and I really do. I really, because I'm the same way, William. I used to watch my mother. She wasn't no foundation person. She just like used to wear eyeshadow and
Right.
probably some light lipstick. But I always enjoyed how she put on eyeliner and stuff like that. Even when sorry, Spiller Boy, because we're gonna keep bringing your name up. But even
Mm-hmm.
when I first watched his channel,
Right.
and and the way he had his makeup laid, I was like, wow.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I watch James because James is an artist also. For any man, or
We ain't
if you want,
seen Milan in a long time.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But for him to go through the stuff that he went through and then to come back like that, it shows that hey, I'm not letting this get me down. And I don't like I'm like you. I'm not going to speak bad of it or about it. When James was going through his cancer treatment, that touched me. You see what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
see some more of Milan. I want to see some more of them different wigs.
Wigs,
You
right?
know,
Even the clothes, the fashions that he
right.
picks out for himself. You know,
To be honest with you, I like them videos better than the cleanups. I like I like the sewing channel. I like the Milan channel. I like when he come on with the different looks, the different wigs. Cause we visual people.
Right.
We want
Right.
to see, oh well, what what jury are you gonna match with this look? Or
Hmm.
what color hair you got, like when he had on the red hair or the
Right.
blonde hair. You know, we visual people, not some people say we nosy people, but we
Yeah.
visual people. We want to see what type of different looks that's gonna come out. And we didn't see Milan in a long time.
Right. Right. And Duchess is another one. Duchess amazes me with with his silliness when he gets dressed up. You know, putting on this little scarf around his head. I remember when we got them prayer towels.
Oh, she
Duchess,
replaced. She said James is the full package.
yes. Uh, Duchess took the prayer towel and started wrapping it around his head. Come on, Duchess. Creativity. Okay, and he's funny. He was funny with it. And like I said, even Just Read My Book has gotten with Watermelon Sugar, and they
Did
did
you
a
see that look?
yes,
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
yes, yes,
We
yes.
was
See
kept
what?
saying, girl, put some color to it. Put some color to it. And when she did that blue, I'm telling you, she really looked pretty.
Hmm.
Because at first I
Hmm.
was like, girl, what is taking you so long?
Well,
And then
it,
when
it
she
it
came
it
out,
does
I was
take.
like, yes.
Yeah, it does take women. I'll admit, women do take a long time to put their makeup on. Some can slap it on real fast. Some can. It takes
Not me.
time.
It don't take me long. It don't take me
Mm.
long. Plus, I
Well,
don't wear foundation and stuff no more, but
right, right,
I
baby.
love wearing my eyeshadow. I don't care. I just get my video. It's very relaxing.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
very relaxing. I don't care who come over and view my videos. I still try to upload videos because if I'm gonna get dressed anyway, I might as well just get dressed in my video and upload a video. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I love,
right,
I love my eyeshadows. I love it.
right, right. And
So yeah,
like I said, the woman to me is supposed to be is God's treasure to us, and to sit back and look at how they go through things in life. Me and a friend of mine's wife was having a conversation. We were all sitting in there, and they're younger. And she was telling me, I can't get him to understand what a female goes through. I said, he's young. That's all I can tell you. He's
that's it.
young.
That's it.
Yes, he's young. There are things that women go through that men will never phantom. Never phantom.
William,
And
another thing you good at too. You should do more vlogging.
blogging. Oh, you.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you good. You good with stories. I'm telling you, that's what drew me to the Lady Nika's channel.
Hmm. Oh,
I
that's another
like when
lady.
a
Yep,
person
yep,
can
yep.
just tell us. You know what I'm saying? How a
Right.
person can just come on and tell a story.
Hmm.
Like I like stuff like that. Like I like all of that over the just like hearing people arguing every day. Like honestly, I don't do that shit in my real life. So
Right. And I
you
don't do it
know,
either. I don't
and
do it
I
either.
miss the old YouTube where we used to see the Milans and we used to hear the story times and then everything ain't nothing but every time you click on the computer. That's why I don't come on YouTube like that no more.
Yeah.
All you hear is arguing.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
child, I clicked on your video the other day and clicked off.
Mine.
I said, what the hell William over here doing?
What did I do?
Weren't
Oh,
you
oh yeah.
arguing?
Okay. Yeah, I know I wasn't arguing. I was just letting people know, hey, I'm just tired of the shit going on. Why mess with me and I ain't doing nothing to you? Period. That's
But you
all.
know what, William? You could explain it until you green in the face.
I know.
And it
I
ain't
know.
gonna matter because you're gonna
I know it ain't gonna
always have
matter.
somebody is still
Right.
gonna come for you.
Right.
Hell,
But
somebody probably talk the shit about me now.
like I said, they talked about Jesus and they
Yeah, but it
crucified
don't
him,
matter.
and
You
he
just gotta
rose from
do
the
you.
dead. So here's the way I'm looking at it. From now on, crucify me. In 3 days, I'll raise from the dead, and I'll still be here. So the hell with it.
Man,
I ain't got.
when you was chilling in the park and stuff, I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
enjoyed that live. It
yeah,
was relaxing. We got to see a different side of you.
yeah. Yeah. And I plan on doing more of that, really. I really do. Especially when I go down to that park and go fishing. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's gonna be me
Oh, that would
all
be
the
cool
way.
too. You can get you one of the a tripod stand
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
just sit it up there and just let your camera roll
Let it
while you
roll and talk.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But like I said, I'm just an ordinary man that I'm enjoying the twilight of my years, as they say, you know. And I'm thanking God more and more each day because we never know. We never know here on this
You
earth.
sure don't. My aunt
We
Malika,
don't
she
know.
just passed away last week.
Oh,
She was
sorry to hear that,
yeah,
baby.
she was 90 years old.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
she didn't look 90. She looked like she was in her 70s.
And yeah,
Yep.
and see, I have a tendency to gravitate toward people when I find out they're ill or they're in distress. Because
Well, we all gonna go
uh,
one day, but I ain't
yeah,
going out arguing with a bunch of strangers.
there you go. That's all
Shoot,
I'm
'cause
saying too.
believe me,
I'm not gonna argue with you no
our,
more. I
our
mean, now
real
wait a
ones
minute.
probably be on
Well,
YouTube.
let me back it up. Let me back it up, because I'm a man. I got ego problems. I can ego trip on your ass all day long. I'm not gonna start it. I'm not gonna start it, but I'm gonna come in there and try to finish it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be so controversial to where everybody say, "Well, you know what? When he first started out, he was like this. Now all of a sudden, he done turned into the devil."
But
No,
you don't want to do that because see,
no,
with your
I don't. I'm
supporters,
not gonna do
with
it.
your
I'm not gonna
supporters,
do it. But
they ain't used to that shit.
no, they're not.
And
That's
you
why I
don't want to
say
start getting like that, yeah.
when you see this little, you see that little train, that little train
I
emoji I
was
got
getting
up
ready to
there.
ask you what was that? What is
that's
that?
a train going down the track. Now, if you want to stand in front of that train and get your ass ran over, you, just let me know.
Oh, that
But
was my next question. What is this I'm looking at? I'm getting ready to ask you that.
that was partly never mind, we're not going to go into that one. That was part of another channel that I was going to create, but then I thought, I still may create it though, because people are so
Look,
you know
look, it's
I
gonna
can
be a
have to.
time, it's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to run somebody over on the train.
Right,
But
that's what
you
I'm
don't want
saying.
your channel to be based on running people off the train.
Running people off the no, I want people up here to enjoy the things that we talk about, enjoy
Because
life.
because
you know
honestly, I don't think people really be arguing every damn day.
they
Like
don't, we
who
don't.
argues every damn day? Every day?
uh
I know you ain't well you because you got too many apps on your damn computer to be watching.
You're right, on
You
TV
got
too.
too many of them.
And two on TV too. Now, what I will do, I'm guilty of doing, listening to YouTube and watching something on TV, and if it makes my ears perk, then I'll turn the TV down. But
William,
far
with
as
all them damn things you got on your thing, you know how many reviews you could be doing?
oh yes, like
You
I
got
said, like
all the shits.
But see, like I'm saying is, I could do reviews. I love to do reviews. I love to be controversial about certain movies. Like I
Well, I
said,
damn sure want to hear about
Bel Air.
yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Wait,
gonna
let me
be.
write that down. What's the name of that app?
It's a Peacock.
I'm about to catch up with you and Gail. And what's the name of the movie? What's the name of it?
The show is Bel Air.
It's called Bel Air.
Yeah, Peacock is you got free TV. You know how they'll give you an app with free TV on it. You can watch all these different channels and stuff. The series that they run, sometimes you pay for them, and well, you don't pay for them, but you pay to get the premium channel. Now, if I just want the free channel, I'll get it, but I do pay the premium. I think, which is $9.99 a month.
Okay, first let's start with the freebie. Can I
Hmm.
watch Bel Air for free? Or I need to buy the premium?
Uh, they'll let you, like they do anything. They tempt you. They'll let you watch one episode free, and then the rest of them, you gotta
Okay,
subscribe to
so I
the
have to buy.
premium channel.
Okay, so I have to buy the premium. Okay.
Right. It's like anything else,
All right, I'm
you
about
know.
to. And how much is it every month?
$9.99.
Okay, because I want to catch up with y'all. I want to check that shit out. I want to check that out. 'Cause- And these are all black characters.
Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel Air is based on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, but I'm
Ashley,
saying, you know how they be
yeah.
trying to switch shit around.
Oh well, now they do have some white people in there. That's why Carlton is a drug addict.
Child, I can't believe he done went and got on drugs.
Oh, he snort cocaine bigger than what's his name did on Power.
So so it's in Bel Air, but Carlton is he over there trying to he be going down to the hood.
He's at home. He's at the mansion.
But
He's
where's
in
he getting the
he's
drugs
in a
from?
prep school from a guy in prep
Oh,
school. The
oh,
guy
cool.
at prep
Oh,
school.
okay, okay, cool. Now I know where it's going. All right.
Yeah, yeah. And then plus he had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend found out he was doing it, so she left him alone. She left him alone. But every time she gets with somebody, he's jealous. He gets in that fit of rage and he does things to him. And guess who falls in love with his ex?
Will.
Thank you. Da, 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 da. So,
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like something he would do. I want to see that. I gotta see that.
oh, it's really good. And they do have, shows and stuff on that you can watch. Even the Real Housewives and all that kind of stuff.
Well, damn,
Movies.
they cheaper than Netflix.
Yeah. They got movies, the old good movies like Scarface, Hancock,
Oh,
17
Sheba want
again.
to ask you a question, William.
She, where's she at?
She want to ask you a question.
Sure, she may. I'll wait for it to hit up in the chat.
Okay.
But no, you can see all kind of
Oh,
movies.
and
I mean,
she said I wanted to drop down when you were on JW's panel today in the stance, but she was at work.
oh, okay, okay.
All right, whenever you're ready. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
can you download it on a computer or you have to download it on your phone?
No, I got a Roku. That's another thing. I got a Roku.
I have a Roku, but it's hooked up to my projector.
Well, honey, you can go in and add the apps on your Roku.
Yeah, but what if I don't want to go all the way in the living room? I want to watch it from my computer.
Well, you can hook your computer up with your Roku.
How do I do that?
Or you go into your Roku account, you add a device. The device that you're adding for the Roku to stream on or stream to,
Hmm.
say is your computer. The same
Oh,
thing with
okay.
yeah, the same thing you put the app on your phone. Your Roku app is on your phone. You can stream TV to your phone or
Well,
vice
William,
versa.
there go your question.
Did you think Brianna's condition is serious? Honey, I love Brianna. And I seen the pictures of Brianna. And the only thing I could say is God help her along her journey because it's I'm not going to say it hurts me to see a young woman like her. And usually when if like I watch the series like 600-pound people and all that stuff, there's a deep underlying thing that goes along with that weight. And for people to just constantly rip into her about that, that's only going to make her, I would say, be rebellious. Okay. Young
I
people are
say stronger.
rebellious.
I say stronger.
Being stronger,
Have somebody keep talking about you and talking about you,
but honey,
and
here's what I'm saying. We know from a standpoint, looking at Brianna, and she's a black woman. That's another thing. We have things as high blood pressure. We have cholesterol conditions. We have sugar diabetes. You see what I'm saying? Look at
Mhm.
all the even look at all the famous artists that we lost overweight.
Who?
Guys that were overweight. You
You
know,
said artist. Who?
uh, and they died. And their stuff went wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what
I
is
thought
that
you was gonna
singer's
say
name?
Barry White.
Well, Barry White. Yeah, he's one. Uh, what's the other guy that sings so pretty like Freddie Jackson? The one we're always comparing him and Freddie Jackson to. Luther Vandross. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Luther Vandross.
he lost weight.
And but he started eating again. A lot of people don't know it. I had a friend. She had the surgery. She had the surgery, and she had lost over 200 and I want to say a little over 250, 280 pounds. She started back eating, and instead of sticking with what she was supposed to eat, she went right back to like shit like ribs, greasy ribs, eating pork chops, fried
Well,
foods,
how?
going to
Well,
McDonald's,
but
and
how she do that?
that caused that staple. That caused that staple to burst in her.
Oh, because one of my friends, she got it. She was heavy set, but she was pretty too.
Yeah, and
And
oh yeah,
even
like
though when she
Sheba says, Heavy D as well. Heavy D, right? Overweight lover, Heavy D. That's
yeah,
that.
but my
Yeah.
my my friend, she got the surgery,
Hmm.
and she couldn't eat over a certain amount, otherwise she would throw up. So
Right. But then you
so
got, like I said,
it won't allow you to eat over a
it
certain
won't
amount of
want to
food.
like eat a certain amount of food, but you can keep on overeating that amount, and it will rupture you from the inside. You see what I'm saying? I know it's a struggle. It's a struggle for women and weight loss, just like some men.
But I'm just gonna say this, and this ain't towards you, Sheba. But in my opinion, I just feel like when it comes to other people' health, it really ain't other people' business. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Because I mean,
I, I
remember, we was all in the pandemic, and a lot of people put on weight.
oh hell
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I did too. Boy, did I!
Yeah, a lot of us put on weight.
But
You know,
here's my point. Brianna has always been a big girl, though, dear. She has always been big, but now you look at her and you say, "My God, Brianna, what's happening?" And I'm not trying to shade her or knock her or nothing. I just wish she'd go get some help. There's counselors out there, people, even with hypnotism about food
you think
addiction.
that works?
Yes, it works. Yes, it does work.
I heard it was something that you could put on your ear.
Well, I don't know about that. I do know
And that's
about
what
the
I'm saying.
hypnotist.
That's why I don't know if that stuff really works. I like
Uh,
the.
mm.
It's like, oh, okay.
It's like being on drugs. Yeah, that's true. It's like being on drugs. And once, that's another person I can think about and relate to when we're talking about stuff like that. Mr. Tim, you see what I'm saying? He could tell you about drugs and what they do to a person, how they make them act. But once they get off of it, there's always that possibility that you may fall again. You see what
Well,
I'm saying?
I know this guy that was on drugs, and child, as soon as he stopped taking the drugs, he
He
died.
died. Well, that's because a lot of people don't know that either. The drug will eat up your system. Drugs will eat up your system.
Yeah, but they
It's just a
told him
slow
that if he
process.
if he stopped doing it, they told him basically they were saying keep doing it because basically your body is so immune to it that that's what it's used to. But the minute he stopped using it, he even said it, and this is and yo, I am not kidding you when I tell y'all this story. And
Hmm.
because he's a cousin to my niece's father,
Right.
and
Right.
he was on the drugs. And the minute he stopped taking the drugs, he said he don't want to do this no more. He's put it
Right.
all on Facebook. He don't want to do this no more. He tired of going to the hospital, getting hooked
Hmm.
to the machines. As soon
Hmm.
as he stopped doing them drugs, he died.
Well, the system was already broken down for him to be hooked up to a machine every time he
Yeah,
goes to the hospital
and used.
anyway.
Yep, and he was used, and
So
his body was used to the drugs.
yeah, and that's like a fish. You take a fish out of water. What is he gasping for? He's not
And
gasping for air. No, it's not the air, the oxygen in the
oh
water.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it makes sense.
but
Yeah,
I wish Brianna the best. I love her. I don't want her to be another young person as a statistic. You see what I'm saying? That left here sooner than what she was supposed to. But then again, God only knows. That's what
right.
I'm
But so
saying.
okay, so let's say she gets the surgery, right?
Hmm.
Let's say if she gets the surgery,
Right.
because she's not an ugly girl.
Oh hell no.
So
Hell no, by no
she gets
stretch
the
of the
surgery.
imagination.
She comes on here. She gets skinny. She looking good. People still going to talk shit. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
she's
Yeah,
still
I see
damned
what you're
if she
saying,
do and
boss
damned
lady.
if she don't.
I see what you're saying. But if there's enough people on here that can look at her and say, "My God, I'd love to change, honey. Brianna, you look so beautiful." That is what counts. I don't give a damn how much they can sit up there and talk about how ugly Quan. To me, Kwani's a beautiful woman.
I just feel like that people is going to talk. Period. I
See,
mean, if it
now,
wasn't for me for her it might be people coming at her for her weight. For me, it's my vitiligo. For you, it's something else. You can't please these people. You just
yeah,
can't. These people are strangers. They only talk about her weight is because she came out here and showed people who she was. Had she
hmm,
had stayed behind the camera and never came out and showed nobody what she looked like, nobody would be the wiser. One thing I learned about YouTube is people gonna always talk. And
right,
now I'm not saying this because again, Sheba, you could be saying this out of concern, and I get that. But even with with my vitiligo, people is gonna talk. That's what they do. That's what they do. They're gonna always run their fucking mouth. So unless she ready to do something for herself, it ain't really even a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
right. But deep in my heart, I hope that she does do something. I can't force her to do it. I can't make her do it. I can't lock her up to do it. But in my heart, I'm hoping that she will do something. You see what I'm saying? And
Child,
and
I ain't
she
talking
does
about
it.
nobody damn weight, child, because you know what? Karma comes. Karma comes. Hell, I used to be
Yeah.
very small, even after I had my son. But
Mm.
since we was on lockdown, I put on weight, and I know a few other people put on some weight. But weight you can lose. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like now, I get up every morning. I bought me a um uh, a stepper. I have my little stepper. I got my little, them long bands that came out that you wrap
Right.
around your waist, child. I got that shit on now. Yeah, because you got to be able to do it for you.
Right.
I don't like. I can't carry a lot of weight, so I know what I got to do. But to be talking about people and talk about people's weight and all that extra shit, it's like,
Hmm.
Cause even like, cause I don't like doing it, cause child, I ain't trying to get no karma.
Right.
I'm
And
not,
karma will come back and bite a person. Karma
well,
does come back and bite.
child, and it comes quick. You don't know when it's gonna come.
Hmm.
So I ain't even trying to even go there.
Right.
Okay, it is what it is. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, when she ready to do it, she'll do it. But
Yeah.
for us to be sitting around discussing it, like, child, because see, it might bounce off of you, and just because I'm up here with you, I might get it.
Right. That's so true. Hey, Gail, I finally got you up.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
I know on this subject of weight, a lot of times I'm not even going to speak on Brianna's case, but my case, mine had to do a lot with emotional. I emotionally
You mean depression?
depression, I and emotion, and I emotionally ate. It didn't matter whether I was happy or sad or whatever. I ate because that's how I dealt with my emotions, by eating. So sometimes, like William was saying about going to counseling, sometimes you have to go to counseling to deal with those emotions, those emotional issues that you're dealing with.
Yeah,
And
because
so,
everybody's body weight is different, and only certain people's body weight you only can carry a certain amount of weight.
Hmm.
You know, and believe it or not, a lot of it be water.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
true.
that
But
it be
but
water.
also
Take take.
I've gone through, boss lady.
Mhm.
I've gone through weight fluctuation since I had my COVID and all this other stuff came about. I've been going through a weight fluctuation. Last month before last, I weighed 244. Okay, this month, no, month before last, I weighed 244. This past month, I'm down to 214.
Oh, that's good, William.
But here's the thing: I've been eating like a horse.
Right, but you must be burning it off some type of way.
Uh, no, I don't. No, not when I look at my activities during the day. No, I don't burn it off a lot. Everywhere I go, I drive. I got a friend I take to his doctor's appointments. I'm driving. I'm stopping at McDonald's. I'm eating McDonald's, or I go to Subway. I eat a Subway, or I eat. Out fast food eating. The moment that I'm at home and I fix myself a good meal, and when I mean a good meal, I mean like I'll fry chicken. I'll make mashed potatoes. I'll have gravy with it. I'll have Brussels sprouts or something like that. And I eat.
Well, you want me to turn you off?
What?
I'll get you to stop eating fast food. You want me to turn you off real quick?
Oh, well, okay. Well, tell me a story or something.
Just put in your head that people not washing their hands.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's
And
true.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
and then go on YouTube and look at all the people that's been caught on YouTube doing stuff to people's food when they order
yeah, put that in your head. And I bet you, I stopped. Man, I ain't had
it.
McDonald's in God knows how long.
uh,
I ain't have KF was it
KFC?
Popeyes or KFC since that man went and posted that viral video. Did you see that?
No, I didn't
All
see
them
it.
damn rats running across them shits. I was like, oh hell no.
No, I seen all the rats running around the Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General, or something like that in their warehouse.
Yeah, some of them. Well, I know some Family Dollar used to sell food, and in some of the stores, like I know in New Jersey, they took the refrigerators and shit out. Now
Mm.
I don't know if they did it with all of them, but this particular one on Central Avenue, child, they told me they took that shit out because it was mice in there opening up food
Yeah,
and
they get in the food. Yeah,
they wasn't taking that outdated food out and shit like that.
right, right.
Child, I always read the date on my stuff. You ain't gonna be giving me
Well,
uh uh
like I said, boss lady, the Jersey. I'm kind of I'm picky, yeah, about what I eat and how I eat, but I'm also conscious enough to know that certain things that I used to eat, I can't eat anymore. You know, and
man.
even with my enlarged heart, I have to be kind of cognizant of that now because
I'm
they
telling you,
told me they told me it's healthy, everything's fine, there's no blockage or none of that. But if I keep going to Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, and all them other fast food joints, even like Popeyes and all that, consuming all that unnecessary stuff, sooner or later, something's going to start clogging. All that
Man, I
grease
was
is going
already off the hook. I was on Watermelon Sugar Live, smelling like bleach. Like
to. I
I
remember that. I
like I
remember that.
like
I remember that.
I think I even got even worse, child. Like I might even got OCD.
Well, honey, the only thing I can say about that is if you know you got it and you think you got it, uh, and if it starts affecting your everyday life, I mean like everyday life, because I know some people that have gotten so bad since this pandemic, they don't even come out anymore. They refuse to come out the house now.
Man,
So,
I go out when I'm invited someplace, when I have to go out. But child, I'm telling you, some people ain't wearing masks. They just don't give a damn. And I was telling that other story when I was in Walmart and the
hmm,
man was all up on my ass. And I'm giving, you know how you give a person the look?
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
motherfucker ain't even catching on. I'm like, I'm yo, because you know a lot of fights start in Walmart. And I ain't want to be one of them, but I was
Mhm.
looking at him like, and I said to my son, yo, if this motherfucker don't back the fuck up, like we got the little tape on the floor in Walmart where you supposed to social distance yourself.
Right.
But he not following the rules. You supposed to stand back, let the next person come up. Don't even put your shit up on the conveyor
A
belt
conveyor
until
belt.
it's your
Right.
turn.
Right.
And
Right.
yo, I was getting ready to say something to him, and I didn't want to start nothing because you know, if he would have said something, you know, I don't want to involve my son and shit. But
Well,
don't get it twisted.
let me. Here's my thought on these kind of things too. Human beings are social animals. We've been social all our lives.
Hmm.
Now, it just happened here so recently that something came out. We don't know if it was airborne, how it was spreaded, but we knew people were dying from it. So what they do, they lock us all in. They tell us how to protect ourselves and what to do and everything else. That takes away the socialism. Because, like I said, when they were telling couples, married couples, if you walk together, walk 6 feet apart. Wait a minute. This is my spouse. This is my.
Yeah, they were saying that.
Yeah, even couples were supposed to walk 6 feet apart.
Yeah, because even in the grocery store, they wanted us to be 6 feet apart. I'm like,
Yeah,
excuse me? I
yeah.
know what the fuck he got. I don't know what the hell you got.
And then on yeah, and then see another thing. They shut down everything on us. We couldn't go to the clubs. We couldn't go to bowling alleys. We couldn't go to museums. We couldn't even go to places to where people gathered at to have fun. They took fun out of living.
Yeah,
So now, according to the news media, and everybody else, these
everything's
states
over.
are coming. They say they're tired of being hemmed up. They're tired of being told you need to wear this and do this and all this for this country. And I'm taking it back to things that I know for all the scientific researchers that we have, the CDC, the pharmaceutical companies, why in the hell didn't you find some way to quell this germ? And you knew what it was. COVID was on
Don't say that name,
Lysol
will you?
cans. Oh, look, okay, you're right. Look, CD-19 or whatever, how you want to talk about it. It was on Lysol cans before it even broke out.
Yep.
The name, I, you see, to me that this is becoming Russia. We're scared to say, but the news media can say, will they shut them down?
Well, that's how I got a strike. That's what I'm telling you.
Ugh. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. C19, y'all. It's been on Lysol cans ever since I was a child, and that's been over damn near 70 years ago. They knew about that type of germ. So
Okay, let
why?
me ask you a question. Where
Mhm.
you live at, did you used to see Chinese people before all this shit happened, did you see them walking around with masks on?
What do you What do you
Yeah.
mean here in town?
No, I would go like say like we be heading over to New York, right? And
Right,
it'd be a whole bunch of Chinese people.
right.
They was wearing masks long time before this shit broke out. And I was like, what the fuck they got on masks for? And then when this shit hit, then I was like, oh, they already knew what was up. Okay, Sheba. I used to see them all the time years ago wearing masks on
Yes,
the
and
train and everything.
yeah, you know why? Do you know why they did that? Because I believe certain people. Oh God, how can I sound? How can I sound without sounding stupid about things? People, it's a tradition in their country. Even though they might live over here in the United States, it's a tradition. It's their. Even over in China, they wear masks, but it wasn't just because of that. It was something that they know and what they do. We see a Chinese person and you think about them, what do you think about them eating? Rice all the time. Rice all the time. Do you see them in a doctor's office? Not as much as you see other Americans. And if we eat rice, what they tell us, it's no good for us.
It
It's
blows
got
you
it's
up.
starch.
Too
Yeah.
starchy, right.
It's too
Starch turns
starchy.
into cholesterol. But yet you got billions and billions of Chinese people, and they were raised on rice. They
And
eat
don't
rice.
gain
That's a
weight.
staple. And thank you. Thank you. So yeah, it has a lot to do with metabolism and everything else. But
And I
yet,
don't like rice like that. I like potatoes.
which is even worse than the rice,
Right, right.
because
But
we
I
get
like
that
mashed
potato.
potatoes off of over rice.
Yeah, get that mashed potatoes and slap that big slab of butter on it and put you some sour cream on it.
And some
Sprinkle a little
gravy.
onions on it. Oh
Look,
yeah,
he making me hungry.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Oh, she said it's called
He
Ancient
making me
Chinese
hungry.
Secret. Ooh, that
Eh,
makes sense, Sheba. That does
you,
make sense.
and
That makes sense.
that was a commercial, and they were saying that way back then. Ancient Chinese secret.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. See, that's what I say about culture. We don't know. We got to study a person's culture, learn how they live, how they exist, why do they do the things they do, why do they eat the things they eat. You know,
Yeah,
I
because
have.
they eating rice and vegetables.
You're right.
While they over here well, I'm gonna say
Giving us
allegedly,
allegedly. Please say
allegedly,
yeah, 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 yeah.
making motherfucking General Tashu chicken out of mice. Now this is what they say, okay? Because it
Well,
sure look like a mice to me.
everything is alleged in the world when you don't know about it. But
Oh
I
my
would
gosh, Wendell, let
love.
me just tell you this before I forget. I
Okay.
was on TikTok yesterday,
Hmm.
and it looked like a foreign country, but I think these people speak Spanish. They were breeding guppies. They look like hamsters. That lady was on there. And I mean, them little hamsters was just running around like, don't get me, don't get me. They was like trying to run for their life. And they eating them.
Right.
And they look like mice. Now, after
Well,
I seen that, I was like, no time General Tashu chicken for me. No,
well,
no. Mm-mm.
well, dear, do you know that some in some cultures they eat monkey brains?
Yeah, in some countries they eat dog.
Right. So what I'm saying is, whatever we're fortunate to be born here. Some people are fortunate to be born in Europe. Some people were born in China and raised in China. All that culture,
Man, it's
culture.
this place they have down that right where
Hmm.
they kill the goats and stuff, and then and say you want fresh meat,
Yeah, goat meat
they'll do it like right in front of you. Like
right in front of you. Right,
I
right.
don't eat goat.
Well,
I don't eat it.
I got to admit, being raised by a mother that was Southern Baptist and a Jamaican father who was Catholic, I had my different shares of food and tasting different types of food. I've had goat, I've had octopus, I've had eel.
Child, I ain't eating no hog. I ain't eating no pig. Uh-uh. Hell, I really get turned off from chicken.
Well, that's because chickens are beginning to look like Popeye the Sailor. Shit. You have you seen a chicken leg lately?
Child,
Oh, the drum a turkey is becoming I don't know, a thing in the past.
I've seen that before. They eat the brains alive and get everything from it. Ugh.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You
But
don't know
like,
what type of delicacy these different countries. Like even when I went to London, I was like practically starving. I couldn't wait to go
hmm
home because I didn't know what I was going to be eating.
hmm
So you got to be when you start going outside the country
right,
and you only used to eating certain foods, you got to be very mindful.
very.
Child. I used to be a vegetarian for a long time. A long time. And then when you being around people that's eating meat and stuff, you be like,
hmm
damn, that shit look good.
Oh, it smells good, because there's nothing like walking up the street or driving up the street on the block and that barbecue grill is going.
Oh my.
Child, I never forget one day my brother was um, like we don't eat pork. And one day we was at my brother's girlfriend's house, right? And he
hmm
was telling her, don't be eating no pork, don't be eating that hog. Child, he put the shit on the back porch, and all of a sudden, no lie, William, maggots just came at it. I ain't trying to turn y'all off.
Oh no, no.
And I hope
Well, any
Crystal not listening because she hates that word.
uh, but
But honey, yeah,
well,
that'll turn you off in a minute.
anything that happens with an animal, there's going to be maggots in it. That includes human beings.
That
So
quick?
that
That
quick,
quick?
that quick. If it wasn't for if you'd have stuck embalming fluid in that hog, yeah, it wouldn't have happened. But even human beings,
Well, it
But
can't really get, but so cooked foods don't get magnets that quick because
uh,
because it's
well,
this
they
channel
they've
that I
shown
follow.
they have shown food being cooked and magnets come out of it. Yeah, that's a lot of it's a lot of things that we can see. You seen a hot dog? How a hot dog's made? The ingredients that go in a hot dog?
Ew, yes. A chicken
Okay.
McNugget too.
Okay.
The videos
Okay.
on YouTube. Hell
Right.
no.
So that's what I'm saying. But I've been conditioned in my mind, hey, it's still good to me.
Yeah, about to turn me off all kind of food.
Man, let me tell you something. One day, it's this store called Western Beef, right?
hmm
And this ain't about the meat though. This is about a vegetable. The
Oh
lady
Lord.
went the lady went to go buy some collard greens and she went to stick her hand in the you know how they got the little bins open over there by the fruits and vegetables and stuff.
Right.
Child, she went to go get her a head of greens, fresh greens, and a snake bit her,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
she died.
Yeah.
It was a
That's
poisonous snake.
yeah. I've heard of stuff like that happening to people.
Now, honey, you know where I go to the cans. I don't stick my hand
Yeah.
in that. That shit turned me
Yeah,
off.
I've heard of people reaching in vegetable bins and different kind of bins, and spiders will come out and bite them. And
Yep, and they also
yeah,
said be careful when you buying cherries,
right,
cause you'll buy fresh cherries and you won't see no holes in them or nothing. But
right.
when you bite into it, bugs will come out of it.
Bugs will come out of it, right.
I
So
know you
we,
seen that. That shit went viral too.
oh yeah, but we have to be cognizant of everything that we do now in this
Everything,
world, everything. But we shouldn't get so. caught up to where we don't want to socialize anymore. And that's what I'm thinking the world is coming to. They want to be antisociable now. They
I
want
think
you to
that's what
get
it
up.
was designed for, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. Get on virtual reality. What's so virtual about me sitting behind a computer at in front of a computer screen pretending that I'm riding down the road.
Who doing that, William?
They got that kind of stuff, games and stuff like that.
Oh
Oh,
That
yeah.
I know what you talk about because
yeah,
I have that thing you can put over your face.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
fun though.
goggles.
It's real fun. It's real.
It's fun.
I have
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun. But the reality of it is, I would rather be out there riding my bicycle up and down a hill instead of having a thing on, acting like I'm pedaling a bicycle and we're going places, and you don't get the sight, the sounds, and the smell of things out there when you're doing it either. That's another thing you have to think about. You know, you
Well,
know.
you ain't lying about that because I was turned off for a minute because I'm like, baby, what is wrong with these people? And they looking at me like I'm crazy
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I'm wearing a mask. Still, you still can't go in the stores without a mask on,
Right.
but people are still walking around without one.
Well, here where I'm living at now, things are kind of wide open. This your choice. You either wear the mask or you don't have to wear the mask.
What about
Myself,
in the stores?
in the stores, yeah, even in the stores now.
Oh no, not where I'm at. It's mandatory.
No, no. See, that's what I'm
You
saying.
ain't coming in the store without one. Mm-mm.
Well, see, even our Walmart, one of the biggest stores out here, that people don't wear masks. And there are some people that do wear masks. Don't get me wrong; they're still wearing them. But the
Well,
store is not checking you when you come in to see if you got a mask on.
oh yeah, the R stars they chasing you down the aisle.
Oh no, no,
Yeah, that's
Well,
how they
nah,
doing it. Yeah,
well,
they
with
nah.
don't
me,
play that.
I work at a grocery store, so at one point they had it mandatory that we wear masks, but now they don't. But I do because of the fact of the different things that goes on with me.
Now,
So
do
I
you have
wear it
that
for that
plastic thing?
reason.
Do you have the plastic thing by your register?
Yeah, we have all of that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still a protector. As long as
Yeah,
you
but
have that plastic screen up.
but they've even taken down the plastic protectors at the Walmart stores, and you know what they replaced them with?
What?
Self checkout, baby.
I love self checkout. I love it. I love it. That's the best thing they did. That was the best thing they did was
But
that
Yeah.
self checkout.
but I
Okay.
mean,
Here's
even with the self checkout, now that you they don't even have all them open. It depends on what store you go to. They don't even have them open. So
well,
it's like,
you gotta remember there's a shortage of workers. There's
oh
a
yeah, okay.
there's a shortage of workers. They're begging people to come back and go to work. Well,
Well, shit, where I'm at, they opened up a whole nother row. Now it's like two rows. It's two big ass rows of self
hmm
checkout, and it's only three rows now because they did the store over
right,
of the line. One of them you only have to have a certain amount of items, otherwise you can't even go in that line.
right,
And the
right.
other two is so really it's not that many workers working in the store. You right, William? That's lessening people getting jobs.
Thank you.
Yep,
And what
because
they
it's
want you to
only
do,
two open and the other one's a self checkout. And then you
yeah,
got the manager and the
yeah.
people stocking the canned goods.
And if you look at, like I said, I'm like a boss lady. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that don't sit right with me, like the trucking industry. They're getting trucks now that they don't need people to drive the trucks. Everything's supposed to be automated. They'll drive themselves.
Oh Lord.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I know about
No,
that.
Huh?
no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
I
already
don't
got the
trust
car.
that.
That's what I'm saying. People they're so, I don't want to say lazy, but everything is quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if I don't have to do it, I don't need to do it. Park in
That's
your
how it is in these
car.
foreign countries too.
Park Right. Park in your car. The new cars that come out now, they park them damn selves.
Yo, it's this guy on TikTok, right? He has a real robot, a
Mm-hmm.
real human robot,
Mm-hmm.
and he has
Mm-hmm.
millions of followers. And
Yeah.
because people are like, oh my God, the sucker could talk. He could be, if you want him to be rude, disrespectful, he'll curse you out. He does all that. His face looks like real skin, but the rest of it's robot.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's robotics. Robotics is taking over. It's taking over. Robotics are taking over.
And I said to
Yeah.
myself, what if that motherfucker turned on his ass?
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
well, there's
Yo,
a lot
it
of
comes to
scientific
sexual
movies that came out back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s
hell.
about the world being taken over by robots.
Yep, I see that coming soon, real soon.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's
Well,
gonna be
like I
less people
said,
with jobs.
yeah,
It's gonna be
you
less
get,
jobs.
yeah, and
That's why
people,
it's good to
what are
start
you
your
gonna do?
business.
What are you gonna do with yourself then? What are you gonna do with yourself as a human being? Less
That's why,
jobs. You don't have a job to go to, but you got a robot in here that can wait on you hand and foot.
hell yeah,
That's
because
gonna make
guess
you even
what?
lazier.
With that
If you are
automatic,
if you already lazy, that's gonna make you even lazier.
Yep, and
now what about yo?
there
What about?
goes.
I'm sorry,
Huh?
William. What you say?
No, what I'm saying is there goes the mind. The mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Hell yeah, we already got an automatic duster that cleans the floor and everything. And
Yep.
everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of
A
people right
lot of
now
people
got that
got
sucker.
them Zumbas or whatever they call them, robots that
Uh-huh.
go across your floor and clean them. Yeah,
The only
but you.
reason why I don't use that because Spunky starts barking a lot. So
Hmm.
that was a waste of money.
But he said he don't know nothing about that.
Girl,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
gonna regift that shit. It
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna go in vain because you only
But
really
you
can do
know,
well.
it's been interesting, and it takes. It's a shame that Will brought out the conversation in a lot of people, and we think differently now. But at least there are other things to talk about too.
Yeah,
And I reiterate once again, folks, as an older man and caring about women, and especially our black women out there in the world, he had every right to go up there and slap the hell out that young man.
I
So
feel
with
like
that
he set
being,
an example.
yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna say to each his own. I respect your right to your opinion, and please just respect my right to my opinion. We can agree to disagree, but
That's right.
all at the end, we're all human beings, and who
That's right.
knows, we may have to really come together one day.
We need
Respect
to come together.
everybody. Respect everybody's
Thank
We
yes,
lifestyle.
thank
Respect
everybody for
everybody's
coming.
decision.
Thank you,
yes.
William, for opening your platform.
Well, you're welcome, and I'm glad I did. Now, please don't ask me, y'all, when I'm gonna do music, because I might wake up in the middle of the night and decide, you know what, I need to hear something. So
Okay, cool.
I'm not making no promises or anything, but the way things go here, it's like almost 8 o'clock. I gotta eat, and man, I've been on here for over two
And
hours.
thank you, Sheba, for
And
leaving
thank you,
all your
Sheba.
comments.
Where is
Thank
she
you,
at?
Miss
Yeah,
Sheba.
you
Thank
know what?
you.
Thank you guys, and thank you for making me think about it because you know how I am at times. I want to thank everybody that came up, everybody that gave me the thumbs up. I love you guys. Uh, I got more thumbs up than I had
Thank
viewers,
you,
which is a
Sheba.
good thing. Which is a good thing. I love that, and I know people want to go elsewhere and hear other people's comments and about what Will did. But let's think about this. What is what is going to happen if Will has to give back that Oscar? That's what I'm finna go in here and look and see what they decided to do with him with the Oscar. Do you think
Man, he gonna have
do
a
you
lot of.
think he should give it back or keep it? Or use it
I
as a
say keep it.
doorstop?
Use it as a doorstop.
There you go.
Use it as a doorstop.
Uh, and Sheba says she's going to subscribe to you as well as Boss Lady.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, darling. Thank you. And
Thank
I
you.
like I
Thank
said,
you.
thank you so much for coming up and
But
making.
William, what
Yes,
question
baby.
since you mentioned it? So what they gonna do? What they gonna come to his house and take it?
well, no, they won't come to his house and take it. They would expect him to bring it back to the academy, but
Oh
they
shit,
will.
no.
They probably will, and I'm gonna show you why they would do this. They would
Oh,
go
let me
to
look
his
that up.
house. They would go to his house and knock on the door, and there'll be a bunch of camera people behind them. We came to get the Oscar.
And I say I gave it away.
No, well, you know what I do? You know that we got those little saws, those electric saws.
Yeah.
Take it, cut
It's
that
part
goddamn,
of
cut it in half. Cut the damn thing in half and say, here it is. There you go. You got them. Bye. See you later. And I
Well,
wouldn't
I'm
worry.
glad you came live, William, because I am not making a video.
You go ahead and make your video, honey.
I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. Be
Well, I
honest with
thank
you.
you, and I thank you for coming up, sweetheart. You know, you've always been a staple in my collection of people that I love and like to listen to.
Thank you.
So I'm not taking anything away. I'm not kissing butt out there either, people. I love
Well,
content. I love certain content creators, and I give them their just due and just rewards. And even the content creators I don't get along with, I love you guys too. You're right. You have a right to your opinion, like I said, but at times we need to get away from the fuck shit and let's have
yep.
fun.
And
That's
Sheba,
all.
you kept this
And she,
you
and
kept
she
this chat
Sheba really
going
kept she
with
really kept
the
this chat
comment.
alive.
I
She
like stuff
really
like that. I like
right.
when people, even though you know they take they ask their questions. If we don't want to answer them, everybody has a choice. But I do appreciate her leaving her comments in the comment section
Yes, I
because
do
it's
too.
so
I do too.
important when when we all going, how do I say it? When we all conversing with each other. So yeah, she kept the comments coming, and I like that.
Okay, hold on, dear. Hold on just a second. It's going to take me a second here.
Somebody backstage.
No,
Oh,
she wants me to. She says she wish she could hit the link. Uh, I'm gonna try to put this link up again.
well, I had a good time talking with y'all.
I
Oh.
enjoyed it too. I enjoyed the conversation.
Child, thank goodness I had my
Conversation.
water on deck. How long we been on here, William?
A little over 2 hours, boss lady, and
Oh yeah,
trust
because you
me,
started at wait, you started at 5. We've been on here almost 3 hours.
It's been
4:30.
three
I
hours.
start
It's
three
been
hours.
3 hours and 24. 3 hours,
Oh, okay.
24,
My clock say
43.
5:30. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there it is for you, Sheba. If you want to, you can hit that link, and it'll show. I'm getting used to this now. I'm trying to get a little faster with it too, also. But if you want to come up and say
William,
a
are
few
we your
words,
first guest?
you are my first
Yes,
guest.
we are your
Yeah.
first guest.
Yes.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is our
Yes, you
first
were.
live. Oh, let me type this in the chat, honey.
Yeah.
This is our first
Let me type this in the
live.
chat.
It's awesome.
Williams,
Yeah.
William first link chat.
Yeah. Very first. And like I want to say, I thank you guys for coming up and making it. It was hard for me to even get through this, but with the love that I have from you guys that you show me, hey, it's going to be a piece of cake.
Yep.
Okay, there it is. I get it. I got it, dear. Hold up there a second. I see it. As they say, the number one spot popped up. Oh, now you're on camera, Sheba. Do you want to stay on camera or you want to shut it off? Oh, I can't hear it, boss lady.
Well,
Uh, oh, hold
type
on,
it in the chat, Gail.
Sheba.
Let me go down. Let me go down.
Do you want me to leave you on the camera?
She probably muted.
Yeah. Are you muted, dear? Hmm. I don't want to pull her
She
up
going
here.
oh, she about to type it in the chat.
Then she, I don't want to bring her up here on this live, and she can't hear me without. Okay, now she cut it off. I think. Let me hit it. No, she fell off.
She was waiting backstage because she couldn't hear you.
Right. But I
Okay,
thought
Gail
when you.
she about to type it in the chat.
Okay.
She
Yeah,
said
she
she
put
about to
it.
try now.
Okay. I know she tried, and then it came up, but she was on cam. When she came up, I could see her, but I didn't want everybody, and she couldn't
Oh, did
hear
she
me.
look
That's
nice?
another
Was she
thing.
dressed?
Yeah, she was dressed just like she was outside.
Maybe she wanted to stay on camera.
Yeah, maybe she wants to stay on camera. That's my point. If you can hear me, honey, do you when you come up, I'll bring you up again. If you want to stay on camera, that's great.
We so used to people being behind the scenes. We like, do you want your camera off?
Yeah,
Yeah, this was a good live.
it was, and I had fun with it. And like I said, the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. Hopefully, you know, if my brain doesn't become a vegetable mush.
The reason why I don't be wanting to go live sometimes because you know me, I get long winded.
Yeah, well,
Because
we
I'm
do.
not always on live. Look how long we've been on your live.
Yeah, and I'm long-winded too. I can admit if I really want to just sit up here and rattle off at the brains, I can do it. I can do it.
So I can get on here and go live, and that shit'll say everybody will leave, and I'll still be talking. I'll be around here just straightening up and into
Okay,
this
she
room
says
right here.
she's trying to come on. Okay, when she come, if I see that one pop up here again, all she gotta do is hit that stream yard. It's still up there. Cause my streams don't run fast. That's one good doggone thing.
I don't even see your numbers at the top to tell you how many people you got on here. That is going.
6 people.
I don't
I've
even
had.
see. I don't even see it where it
Okay,
says
she's
six.
here. She's here.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, dear.
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear
oh,
y'all.
she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say hey to y'all. I always be listening. I always be watching, even if I'm working or, whatever the case may be. I just
Yes,
wanted to
ma'am.
formally say hey.
Hey,
Well,
where you
thank
at?
you
The
for
islands?
coming, sweetheart.
You in the islands?
Huh?
Are you in
Huh?
the island? Are you in the
No,
islands?
no, I'm at home.
Oh, you in a state.
No, I'm in the backyard.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. We see the
Yeah.
water back there, so never mind. Never mind. Wherever you're at
It
is
looks
beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, it does.
The
It
Yeah.
looks
scenery
nice.
looks nice.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm in my backyard. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't want them in my business and inside. They be like,
Right.
he done got
No,
Right.
online with the people now.
Well, I sure
Yeah, they go
thank
my
you
little
for
dog.
coming up
There
today,
go.
baby.
I
I
can
try to
hear
Yeah.
show
your
y'all
Well,
my.
I can
I
well,
hear
try
your
to show
you
New
y'all.
ain't
Orleans
got to.
accent.
Yeah, but don't show us too much where people can try to figure out where you're at or
Oh
what you're
no, no,
doing.
no, honey.
Don't
I think she
you
know how
know?
YouTube works.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
quite sure.
yeah. I just wanted to say, hey, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna be watching your channel. I'll be watching everybody, but like I said, I was watching you today, and I was like, oh, I wanted to get on the line so bad when you was on Jay Wilson channel. I was like, oh, because I was in agreement with what you were saying. I was like, no, this some bullshit. No, real recognized
Yeah,
real, and he was out
yeah.
of line. You know, but
Well, thank
but
you.
I couldn't, because I grew. I'm a professional show dog groomer, so I had a
Well,
dog on
okay.
the table. Yeah, I had a dog on the table, and I couldn't type in the chat, so I just didn't even drop down to do nothing.
Right, right. Well, I
It's
sure
good.
appreciate you coming up, dear, and I'm glad to see that there are some people that do agree. Knocking the hell out of that dude was the right thing to do.
Yeah, hey, it was in the heat of the moment. They even got a law that's called a crime of passion, the heat of the moment, or something like
Right,
that.
right. Crime of
And
passion.
sometimes you click out for a little second, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the bitch gets slapped or whatever, gets shot or whatever, and
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
it is what it is.
just like a man coming home and there's another man in his bed.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't,
Yep, yep.
you can't just, yeah, so hey,
no,
it is what it is. That's why
it
Chris
is
Rock ain't pressing no charges because he know he like kind of crossed the line.
right.
I
He
believe
crossed the
that too.
line. He did. He sure did. Well, once
Yeah.
again, y'all, I thank
Oh,
everybody for
Gail.
coming
Oh,
up.
William, leave that up. Leave that up.
Okay.
Leave the Gail's thing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheba made it up on William's first live too.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm about to go. I got my little dogs. Look, they running around. You can't see them. But
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
I ain't never got on nobody live. I mess with, I roll with Miss Olivia Tough. So
Well, yeah.
but
Now that's another. See, people like that.
yeah,
When
I
I
already
come
know.
back up here, I want to talk about them and why I love them and why I like them. Period.
Exactly. Yeah,
Exactly. Because they
yeah.
got something to give,
Right,
and she's a woman. Another thing, she's a woman.
right.
That's even better. That's
Yeah.
even
Yep.
better.
So hey y'all, so yeah, I'm gonna see how to get off of this thing now.
All right,
Yep.
dear. If you
Okie
can't get
dokie.
off, I can. If you can't get off, I can. I think I can go back there and take you off. So,
Okay. Okay. See
okay.
y'all
All
later.
right.
That's it.
Nice seeing you.
All right.
You
Thank you,
too, boss
darling.
lady.
Thank you for coming up.
Listen to those songs I told you, boss lady.
I sure am. I got them written down right here in my little book.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
All
check them
right.
out and definitely put them on my Spotify.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye,
Thanks
y'all.
again, Shiva.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye
dear.
bye. All right, William. I had a great time over here.
And me too. Me too, boss. Like, hey, I got it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Y'all forgive me for acting silly. I did it. I did it. I did it. I got her off. I know. But like I said, once again, thank everybody for coming up. I love
Okie
you. I
dokie.
care about you. Boss lady, what's our famous saying? What's your famous? All
Deuces.
right. Aces, honey.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay, folks. Yep. History has been made. History has been made. Ha! My first stream live with guests, my first guest ever, Boss Lady, New Jersey, and my moderator, Gail Wallace, and to Miss Sheba. Miss Brown Baby just just came back in. Good night. Okay, baby. Good night. Good night. Love you, Miss Brown Baby. She was up here earlier. Thank you. Um, will I come back later on tonight? I don't know, people. I'll just wait and see. But I enjoyed it. I've had fun, and it's always good to have good conversation. It's always good to have good conversation. Boss Lady, New Jersey. Yep, you'll see me next time. I might be out in the park. I might be out in the park. Who knows? Thank you, Gail. Congratulations to you, uh, Miss Brown, baby. Love you, my niece. I haven't forgotten. And to Natasha, she was texting me. Yeah, thank you, dear. Thank you for giving me the courage to do this kind of stuff. With that being said, I love you guys and see you next time on these YouTube streets. Bye bye.